Hello everyone, and welcome to Agents of the Nine Hells. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Chris, and I'll be your Dungeon Master for this evening. We're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/AdventurersWanted. So, if you happen to have stumbled upon our little stream here and don't know what's happening, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone here plays fantasy characters in a fantasy universe. They will have character sheets in front of them on various mobile devices and things like that, and each unique character has unique abilities which they will be using to tell a story. With me, I am everything that they could potentially encounter, including the weather. So, yes. Anything that happens in the game is narrated by me, moi, and together we will all tell a story using dice to keep things a little random and see how the story develops from there. We're using 20-sided dice 9 times out of 10, and anything 20 and above is very good, and anything close to 1 is very, very bad.
Boo.
Yes, indeed. And that is how this works. Wow, should have read my intro more carefully. Good. You are joining us in episode 7 of Agents of the Nine Hells. We are just over halfway through. So far, the characters have, let's see, they are in the lower planes of existence as part of the Forgotten Realms universe, and have encountered various things throughout it as they make their way through it, trying to achieve a mission for the daughter of Asmodeus, and that mission is to try and find out why yugoloths, which are a kind of fiend, have drawn back from the Blood War, which is a big old war that happens between demons and devils at all times. If you want to catch up on the story, I'd strongly urge you to pop to our YouTube channel, where all of the videos from before this point are available to watch and catch up on. Otherwise, you are coming in very much in the middle of the story. But before we dive into today's continuation thereof, starting all the way over there, Toby, could you give us your name, your pronouns, your character's name, their pronouns, and a bit about what's happened to them up to this point?
Hello, I am www.tobyosmond.com.
Hashtag self-promotion.
Hashtag self-promotion is my hashtag. I play Andreas Taros from the Icewind Dale, Chisentum legend of the gladiatorial arena. I've killed loads of big monsters. I basically killed that Hydra.
Basically is doing a lot of work.
That's what Andreas thinks. And last time I had a delicious buffet, which turned out to be an illusion.
That is correct.
Hi, I'm Shamini. I don't know.
Oh, and he, him. So is Andreas.
Oh, yeah. I'm she, her, and so is Perigal. Perigal's the coolest. She's the coolest. Don't laugh at that.
It's exactly what Perigal would say.
Yeah. Laughed. She is a abjuration wizard, bugbear, with lots of cool elvish outfits, and she's just really cool. So, and,
very detailed description of how things are going for Perigal right now.
Well,
She's really cool.
Say, important plot stuff. Last time there was this Holifant, and she gave me humbugs. And they were and she said she really liked me and that we could be friends, and then she gave me a load of humbugs, so I think this will be plot relevant.
They don't exist anymore.
Also an illusion.
Really sad about that. Yeah.
Imaginary friend. No, you're
Not
cool.
again.
You're cool, it's fine.
I'm Grace, I use they them pronouns, and I'm playing Flutter of Wings, who also uses they them pronouns. What happened to Fluster last week? Also went to a buffet, I actually spent an interesting time talking to Muriel the Hollyphant, because I was interested to see whether Muriel would be able to tell me anything more about my patron, Fliptwinkle, who is also a Hollyphant, and found out that they're a lot younger and more bombastic than Muriel was. She doesn't exist.
Right. Hi, I'm Chloe. My pronouns are she, her, as are those of Monsoon, my character. last week proved that I can't be trusted to describe my character. So I'm being very careful. Monsoon is a water genasi tiefling bard with different tones of blue skin and 2 horns that are like big icicles, who likes singing songs and sending money home to dad and all that kind of wholesome stuff. Last episode was mainly enjoying the imaginary buffet, and also having a creepy moment of being charmed by this person who is definitely going to try and kill all of us, which was great.
It was a really good episode. We're summarising it like all we did was go to a buffet.
That's what made it so good.
3 hours.
Let's keep moving on.
Hi, I'm Matt. My pronouns are he, him, as is my character Judah Armana, who is an assassin, rogue, fighter type, who stays on the fringes and watches this group with much interest and delight.
Watches but never engages.
And I'm going to keep my introduction short because we ended on a cliffhanger last week and I cannot wait to get to the next bit.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm gender fluid and using they them pronouns today. And I'm playing Keldon, who is a Minotaur life cleric of Ilmata, who's also gender fluid but using he him pronouns today. The reason I look distracted is because I'm preparing spells for Keldon.
Spelling, sorry.
Keldon is in hell trying to find Baphomet, the demon lord, for reasons that will become clear if you have watched all 6 of the previous episodes, and I'm not going to go into. And fun times.
Keldon's here for fun times, apparently. There we go.
Look, there are a lot of cleric spells when you're at level 9.
Totally fine, totally fair. And I'm Chris and I use they them pronouns. Lovely. So, I will go through what's happened in a bit more detail so we lead in to the point that they've just vaguely described. But yes, at this point they are currently in the middle of the lower planes. Before we get into too much detail, the stream will run for roughly 3 hours, and there will be a 5-10 minute break somewhere near the middle. We're delighted to be sponsored by D&D Beyond, the official digital toolset for Dungeons & Dragons. D&D Beyond offer a compendium with all of the game's rules, lore, and adventures, as well as digital tools like a character builder, digital character sheets, as some of them are showcasing and being very performative about right now.
Scrutinising the spells from...
There's also an interactive Twitch overlay which should be next to Toby's head, where you can see character sheets in a bit more detail there if you'd like to. Head to dndbeyond.com for more information about everything that they do. We're also supported by For Fans by Fans. Toby's wearing a lovely t-shirt from them today. I see you. Thanks, Toby. We're also supported by Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro do a variety of different D&D products, but the main thing we are pushing for them at the moment is dice. They have these lovely heavy metal Dungeons & Dragons dice sets, and they are absolutely brilliant. They've been giving to us to use on the stream, and we have a competition giveaway on our Twitter page. Head to twitter.com/adventurers250 to find out more about
double nat 20 last session.
That's fair. And all of these dice are weighted the same way, so that'll definitely happen again. Good. Right.
That's how probability works.
Yes, exactly. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own, and while we aim to avoid misgendering, we acknowledge that it does happen sometimes, and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. Lovely.
How far away is Khin-Oin from the sticks? It's important for my spell prep.
I'll lead into that with some descriptive text.
Straight in.
But Emma's to pretend, but they're trying to do spells while you're doing that.
They can do it while I describe it.
I kill the fiend.
Do you want to roll initiative? I'll roll initiative. Is that what you want?
I know
God, that's
teleport. Curse you, wizard.
So, you are currently on the banks of the Styx in Hades. You arrived here by a steamboat that travels up and down the Styx, sorry. Steamboat that travels up and down the Styx through Hades, Gehenna, the other lower planes. And that steamboat may or may not have been real. You are all unsure, some of you more so than others, as you rolled a wisdom saving throw after getting off it, and some of you suddenly couldn't see it anymore.
Yeah, so just to clarify,
Yes.
all we actually know, because we in character don't know who's like succeeded on a throw or not, neither of you two can see the ship. We can still
All the
see it going
humbugs.
off, right?
It's disappeared for us. It's vanished.
Yeah, but we still see the humbugs and the ship, right?
Yes.
It could have like a protection on it, so it's like guarded from sight from the shore or something.
So the really tall people can't see it.
How about we have this conversation in character and start role-playing?
Exactly. We'll have this conversation in character
Just wanted to
in a
clarify.
second. You are standing on a small dock, and ahead of you is a road? You're not sure. In terms of where you are all from in various parts of the Forgotten Realms, you've never seen a road like this before. It appears to be made of a...
Gold?
No. Black, hard substance that appears to be quite
Tarmac.
rough. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it is also the sands of Hades, which is this very fine grey sand, have fallen over it in places, so it's barely visible. Carianth, the Merenloth that guided you here, sort of guided you here, may have guided you here, is with you on this dock and has gestured, and in the distance, roughly 1 mile away...
More than 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
Correct. Roughly 1 mile away, you can see very large towers. Look like from this distance they're made of glass and metal, just ranging out of the desert up into the sky. One is distinctly very much taller than the others.
I'm going to take it.
Imagine Dubai.
Two things. One, I feel like the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yes.
This is our version of the Dungeon Master.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Oh, find me a... No, this is
Yeah.
way too in-jokey. Go on.
And then the second thing is, I feel like we could just leave Hell because it feels like they're kind of on the verge of industrialisation and climate change with all the smokestacks and the tarmac roads. We could just go now.
There are no
Just
smokestacks.
No, from all the steam engines and the Mad
Oh, I
Max sort of.
see. Well, there aren't that many of that sort of thing. This is all very new to you.
Okay.
You haven't seen much like this before, and you have all spent quite a lot of time in Avernus, so in the Nine Hells, but on the lower planes. Subsequently.
Can I roll an insight check on my memory of the Holophant?
You want to roll an insight check on your memory of the Holophant?
Yes, that's correct.
You can roll an intelligence check to remember things about the Holophant.
I would also like to.
But I don't want to roll an intelligence check, I want to roll an insight check.
You want to roll an insight check on your own memory?
I'd like to roll an intelligence check.
On what?
It's honestly about like, is it a
brain.
false memory or
No,
not?
I want to know, like, now that I think there's something fishy about it.
You want to roll an insight check to see if there's anything fishy about it?
I want to roll an insight check on whether I feel like those interactions are... Whether I feel like something off about those interactions, given that I now have the hindsight of the boat has disappeared. Because I have different knowledge now than I had at the time.
That is fair. Roll me an insight check.
You can reflect on things with different knowledge.
Can I
I'm
roll?
also going to guidance myself.
Fine.
Can I roll intelligence? Because I believe that if I'd eaten the amount of spring rolls that I did, I would be more bloated than I am right now.
Sure.
I have rolled a natural 1 and a 1 on my guidance,
Wow.
So that's a 2.
plus 9.
Still in that one though, isn't it?
It is.
You, thinking back...
I'm really distracted by the fact that if the Styx is that far away from the city, you probably can't control water to move the Styx into the city, so it's probably not a useful spell to prepare.
That's cool.
It's dangerous.
You cannot fathom at what point an illusion may have started or what it would even have been.
Don't worry, because I rolled a natural 10, which turns into an 8.
On an intelligence check. But they tasted like spring rolls.
Yeah.
They
Must be
definitely
fine.
were, yeah. You were going to say something.
I was just going to ask whether there was a sign next to the road that said Route 666.
No, because I'm not that hokey.
I am sorely tempted to raise the level of the Styx now and try and catch Carrion.
Wouldn't it also... Isn't Karen in front of us, like
It would
further
also
away
catch
from
us. This is the downside of this plan.
You are all on the docks. Carinth is looking expectantly at all of you. They have just suggested heading to Khin-Oin, which is the city behind.
Excuse me, carry on. I don't mean to imply anything, but what, you know that boat that we were just on? What?
I do.
What was that?
Hell moves in mysterious ways. You
You
coming?
are Trixie.
And Carinth just turns and starts walking down the road.
Do we still owe you souls?
I'll collect him at some point.
Maybe we should stop
We should
actively bringing up that subject
Mention
ourselves.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should probably just
Leave it.
hope they'd forgotten.
I've got
Right.
intelligence 7.
Are you following Carinth down the road?
Well,
And it is in their interest that we make it to the city that we're going to, that I've forgotten the name.
Khin-Oin.
Or
Isn't it in
We're trying to get
Carrion's,
to Aurelio.
isn't it in Carrion's interest that we all die?
But they want the Oinolofs want to speak to us. Gelden overheard the Oinolofs saying that Carians was going to take us.
I didn't overhear. I mean, they directly said that to me.
I believe
yeah.
their payment now comes from delivering us to the Yugoloths.
Yes, but then they'll kill us, maybe.
No.
And
Yeah,
No,
but not
that
yet.
will be their payment. Job done.
I've got a feeling they definitely don't want to actually kill us now.
so they want
That's
us
a
to
good
do a
point.
job, and then our payment is death. And going into little soul coins. Now I'm starting to see your side of the soul coin debate.
I mean, we could just go to the city and then just kill Carrion later.
If they try to kill us.
If they try to kill us. Or if we decide it seems appropriate.
Well, yeah.
I would be a big gold soul coin with a Medusa head on.
I think they're all big and dark and
Horrible.
heavier than they should be.
I start following in that kind of awkward way where you hope that if you start doing something like, if you're confident enough, but Monsoon is not confident about this at all, but starts like kind of walking, being like, gotta figure out what happens next and what they want to do with us somehow.
Should we maybe be
Let's go.
quiet?
As soon as Monsoon starts walking, I start walking as well. Oh, we're going!
How does Karen? What are they? Are they just?
It is an idle walk, almost one with no sense of urgency at all.
But I mean, middle of the road,
Yep.
kind of. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're not being
Just follow
sneaky.
them, yeah. Walk like they walk.
Yeah. Did the Oinos not say it would be incredibly difficult
Yeah,
to
they
get
said it
to
would be horrible, and there were lots of things that would be nasty. And yes, carry on.
Yes.
Are you not concerned that we might die?
Not in the immediate future, no.
The Oinoloth that spoke to me through scrying, which is, impossible, said that Khin-Oin was very dangerous.
Oh, it is, but we're not that close yet.
How close must one be before one dies?
It's a little more complex than that. If you like, I'll tell you as we walk.
Please
Oh,
go
yes,
ahead.
please,
We are
yes.
walking. Tell us.
Are you all walking down the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we're walking, I sort of walk so that I'm in between Carianth and Monsoon and just put a hand on his shoulder.
Okay. As you walk down this road,
What was that dice roll?
you don't know.
I'm staying alert to stuff.
Yeah, I'm
As
also
much as
I'm looking around the landscape.
That's
If
fine.
we see Carianth rolling any dice, we'll know.
Wasn't carrying. As you walk down this road and walk towards the city, and it just gets bigger and bigger the closer you get. So, a while ago, the yugoloths decided that living on the plane where you're actually from might be a really bad idea.
Yes, because then if you die, you die.
That's right.
Trixie fiends.
Yes, we are. And there was some discussion around the idea of spending more time in Gehenna, where the general already lives with his crawling city.
Crawling? Is it literally a city that crawls?
Indeed.
It crawls.
It has many legs.
None of you have reacted appropriately.
Is this Khin-Oin?
Like
No.
big
Oh.
facial expression at crawling.
Carry on.
We come from a town which crawls in one way or another.
There's a difference between, carts and many legs.
But it's got legs.
It does indeed
Yeah.
have many legs.
The question was the city we're going to.
Khin-Oin.
Oh, Khin-Oin, sorry.
Khin-Oin, the crawling city is on Gehenna, it's very far away.
Right, okay.
So, most yugoloths decided to spend their time away from Khin-Oin, which is a shame because look at it. And as you get close, it is beautiful in a kind of horrific, consumerist capitalist nightmare slap bang in the middle of a desert would be. Again, Dubai. But it's also very clearly, as you get closer, abandoned. You're not in the city at all yet, but you can see that there are other roads joining this one.
Can I look around us for see if I can see anything?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Guidance. Sorry, that is definitely cocked. 24.
The sands around you, there's an occasional gust of wind and sort of some of it floats over.
Is the city real?
Yeah, I wanted to roll insight on. I now want
Yeah.
to roll insight on a lot of things.
Investigation, you're trying to see if the city's real or not.
Oh, investigation. Okay, then rolling investigation.
I hope. I
Insight,
don't.
people, investigation.
That was a bad roll.
Are you a yugoloth?
I am indeed.
Ah. So here is dangerous for you.
In a manner of speaking.
14.
14, looks fine to you.
15
Looks fine to
minus 2.
Still looks fine to you. It looks like this is really there. It's a gigantic city growing out of nowhere. Anyway. So, our people mostly decided to go elsewhere, go to other planes of existence, join in the war as mercenaries, and that's what they still do. But now, the spawning vats beneath the city have gone into overdrive. The general needs more soldiers for his war. And so, the lower levels of the city are incredibly dangerous. Climbing higher up, however, we should be able to avoid yugoloths working for the general who, frankly, don't know who you are, and if they did and knew you were speaking to the Oinoloths against the general's wishes, perhaps, might have an issue with that.
Well, Perigal is very good at climbing.
Thank you, Calvin.
Don't worry, many of the big buildings, and you look at them, some of them are very much like leaning on each other. Many of the larger buildings have been left abandoned for some time. As long as we stay off the ground, should have no problems.
How long has the general been sort of asking for more Oinoloth power?
Relatively recently. The
This-
yugoloths always tend to leave Khin-Oin now. What used to be a home is now just a birthplace that's then abandoned.
So this isn't just for the blood war which has been ongoing. This is something new.
Yeah, you know. And I know that you know.
Well, didn't realise there were. I'd missed a sort of key part of that, which is the general also then having a large army hadn't quite got that that part of the whole.
How else will the general join the blood war without soldiers?
I didn't think the general wanted to join the.
The general wanted to end the blood war.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, you may know things that I don't as well.
Why
Information that we got.
did the boat disappear for some people?
You'd have to ask the person who pilots the boat.
Who's that?
Well, you met her, didn't you? Muriel. Very nice.
Have you ever tried just speaking in a way that isn't creepy? I'm sorry, maybe it's rude, but I'm just putting it out there that your way of talking might put a lot of people on edge.
It is a fiend.
They
No.
smile, and again, the skin is stretched quite tight over their face, and the skull is very visible.
When you
It's just part of my nature.
when you look at Muriel, what do you see?
Well, let's see what Muriel wants me to see.
Oh. What's that?
That would be telling, wouldn't it?
Well,
How do you feel about us trying to betray you?
Trying to betray me?
Yes, well, we jumped ship, literally.
Did you?
Well, I don't know.
Did feel suspiciously easy.
That's not a question I'm particularly interested in answering.
You said that we would be in trouble if the yugoloths who did not know who we were found us.
Mm-hmm.
Are you suggesting that most of the yugoloths in the city would know who we were?
No,
Why
but
would anyone know who we are?
there's a specific grouping that know who you are because they asked you to come. The
Just the
Oinoloths.
yugoloths?
Mm-hmm. And the Yugoloths that stay loyal to them, but they are few and far between. You're lucky to have one as a guide.
Can I make an insight check on that, please, Chris?
Of course.
This one rolled a 20 in our sound check earlier. Watch it. Roll a 17! Inside. It's 23
Mm-hmm.
for Fluster.
Mm-hmm. It's a half-truth.
I rolled a 23.
I rolled a deception check. It's a half-truth.
They don't know who we are. They couldn't see us. I could see them.
They know of you. That's enough. They want you to do a job for them. I hear that's something you do.
When you said we weren't safe on the ground, and I looked down at the ground that we're standing on,
See up ahead there? And as you look ahead, the road does continue, but it goes into a tunnel and goes beneath the earth, roughly 100 feet outside of where these tall buildings start. And it is very much a couple of smaller ones, then some larger ones. That is very much a city that sort of grows out and does get larger the further in you go, with this very, very large tower in the centre that is about twice the height of the ones next to it in terms of how very, very tall it is. Now's the time when we get off the road.
Do we need to be quieter?
You should probably be quieter.
Yeah. Andreas, could you do the thing? The quieter
Specifics.
thing.
Oh,
The thing that makes us all quieter.
yes.
how many things went through Andreas's mind there before he reached that one?
Hit the thing.
Oh, this
Hit the
spell.
thing.
I mean,
Hit it with another thing.
you don't have to. I can make myself quieter, if necessary.
Are you going to wizard us? You can do the magic appear, reappear, disappear thing.
Only on myself.
I don't believe you. And I'm not going to roll an insight check. I just don't believe you.
That is your prerogative.
Very well. I will cast Pass without
A trace?
trace.
Yeah.
No A.
I'm
Awesome.
also going to cast... No one else is rolling disadvantage, are they?
No, just you.
Don't think so.
I'm also going to cast Enhance Ability Cat's Grace on myself.
Excellent. It's a concentration spell for both of you. Just remember that.
I'm just
Oh.
going to throw up
God,
a
it
quick
is.
shield. No, not shield. Mage armor.
Mage armor. Fine. Yes. No problem.
This will last an hour.
That's what you also think, won't it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
But it means that I don't roll with disadvantage.
And marking.
Cool. Can you all please roll me a stealth check? Add 10 to the roll, and you don't roll a disadvantage anymore.
No. I will also guidance my concentration. I will not. Ah.
Did you get a 1?
You're
You've got
surely
so
not.
many ones. Is it a 1?
You're rolling with advantage. Oh,
No.
it's a flat roll, isn't it?
It's a flat roll.
Is
So
that a
you're
1?
in 10.
It's a 1.
Don't forget you add 10 plus the guidance, so...
I can't
It's
guidance
a
myself
one.
as concentration.
Aha. So it's a 11.
-1.
10.
Even if it's a 1, we can still add the stuff.
You still get to add the 10 for the plus 10 from past that trace, yeah. I mean, they're both still ones, but I'd like to know what the total party number is first.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that. I tried so hard.
Bing!
So, what are the stealth checks?
10.
10,
16.
37.
37.
I rolled a 23, which means that again, us two added together comes up to
Yeah.
a number.
31.
31.
33.
33.
I think this is because I'm trying to ask Carinth a question.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Go on.
Can you point to me where the end goal is? Where we're actually trying to get to?
See the big tower.
I mean,
But which bit of it? If
the
I
very top of the tallest tower. What kind of story do you think this is?
frankly, I don't know. Just eyeing it. How many feet from here to there?
From here
To the tallest tower.
to the top of the tallest tower.
How much to the top, and then how much to like the mid bottom?
The mid bottom's probably roughly like you'll be trekking through the city for at least a mile, if not slightly more,
God damn it,
to get
okay.
to the base of the tower, and then the tower itself is astronomically tall.
That's fine. That's more than 500 feet. So it's
A lot more than 500
more than
feet.
500 feet.
Can I, as a ranger in my
Yes.
favoured terrain,
Which you are, that is correct.
funnily enough, tarmac roads, who'd have thunk it?
I mean, in real life, Ted, go on.
Realising that Keldon, who I've travelled with extensively in the hells and abyss and stuff,
Yeah.
is being a really loud minotaur, potentially give her some tips.
Them. Actually, no, him.
Potentially give
Him
her
some
some
tips.
tips.
Sorry.
Give Keldon some tips on how to shut the fuck up and give them advantage. Him.
Yeah, why not?
Got your back, Keldon.
Okay, that's cocked. Okay, that's an 8 plus 10 minus 1, which is 17.
Okay.
Better.
Definitely better.
The 7 of you are sneaking your way towards the outskirts of the town. As you sneak your way into the town, the floor beneath your feet is warm. And there's the occasional low hum that radiates around your feet a little.
Anybody want to ask questions about my starving?
You can ask questions quietly if you like. Obviously not quietly in real life, so we're recording.
I am most fascinated by this spawning process. I would just love to know more about that.
We'll be able to see in. Don't worry.
Really? Oh, it's like a little tour.
As you head in, you start heading towards one of these buildings on the outskirts, and Carinth guides you inside, and it is like a 2 up, 2 down. And you head your way inside, up some stairs. The walls have in places caved in. It's very much abandoned. This feeling of this hasn't been lived in for thousands of years. And from the top of there, you can see that there are various buildings that have knocked into each other. They're all quite close together. Like, these buildings are almost, in a way, like a large set of apartment blocks, as we would currently know it, that sort of thing. And you are making your way through corridors, rooms, Carinth guiding you very skillfully through an absolute maze.
I'm treading exactly where Andreas treads.
Totally fine.
I'm like, yes, just like heel to toe soft. I told you this before, Keldon.
Keldon has hooves.
Oh yes, we've been through this.
As you slowly crawl your way through this, you are getting slowly higher, and also you are making your way above the ground. Occasionally you'll have these quite precarious walks across quite sort of what basically look like planks have been strung over between a gap between two buildings, or there's an old, what looks like a walkway. Like, all of these buildings were interconnected in a certain way as well. A bit like the Barbican, if that helps you. And you are just slowly traversing. You're now roughly 100 feet above the ground. And these buildings and all of these area around you, it's all metal and glass and faded, what look like strange colour splotches occasionally. Almost like they're sort of big blocks of colour in various places. You walk through what look like homes, but not homes that you would recognise as homes. No beds, no comforts, but rooms that look like they once had habitation or something similar.
I'm staying on maximum alert.
Totally fine. What's the marching order?
I guess Andreas then me.
Okay,
I'm also keeping a very close eye out for anything.
totally fine.
I'll go next.
Somewhere there's a lot of just between Monsoon and Carianth.
Carianth will be near the front to try and guide, so Carianth will be with Andreas and Kelvin at the front.
I'm trying not to be the last one, but if I am, that's okay.
I mean, you usually keep
Yeah.
in the rear, don't you?
I can be.
Yeah.
Good to the rear. Okay, in which case, what? Fluster, Monsoon, Perigal, Judah?
We stack our party. Hit points. Hit points.
Yeah.
Fewer hit
Crunchy, crunchy,
points.
tiny, fragile, snappy.
It's a hit point sandwich.
It's a fewer hit point sandwich.
Charming. You are now, it's becoming slightly more precarious. Some of these buildings are very much abandoned and they're almost precariously balanced in places, it feels like, and the floor is uneven. Can I get a general, either athletics or acrobatics check to see how well you are climbing, making your way through this concrete nightmare?
I don't know whether to roll my.
Come on, baby.
I don't know whether to roll my acrobatics with advantage or athletics just normally.
If you roll it with advantage, it arguably, probability-wise, gives you a +5 to the roll.
Well, my athletics is +7.
So you may as well use athletics. Maths.
Natural
No, I should have rolled with advantage.
Hey!
I think
Natural
it's my first
20.
natural 20.
Excellent.
Ooh, 23 total.
23 for Perigal.
27.
27 for Andreas.
19.
19 for Fluster.
24.
24.
17.
17.
13.
13.
I should have gone with the acrobatics,
Okay.
which would have been 17.
It is strenuous work because you're not like walking in a straight. You're often walking in somewhere, walking up a flight of stairs, and then walking out at another angle. And you are now deep into the city. 13's fine, don't worry. As you are making your way up and through this, Carianth at one point, while going across a walkway, the bottom of which is glass and is shattered at various panes, you have to sort of make your way around them, turns around, looks at you, and just points down.
Down.
You're about 250 feet up now. In places, the ground, this tarmacy kind of thing, which is basically everywhere now, has cracked, almost like a fault line. And an eerie green glow pulses out from beneath. Roll me a perception check. Do you want to roll one as well?
Oh, I can't do those.
Oh, I can do those. 19.
10.
10. You just see this green glow, but Andreas, you're looking as well. Inside these cracks under the surface, you get this vague sense of machinery. And if you look very, very carefully and closely, the machinery is very clearly attached to and connected to sort of egg-like pods that glow green. Some look different, some look larger, some look smaller. You can't see close enough in to see what they're doing, how they're harvested, all the rest of it, but you can probably put two and two together.
Eggs.
Even you.
Fiend eggs.
Yugoloths.
Makes me wanna make a fiend omelette.
Maybe later.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Is this floor here that we're just...
Watch your step.
Okay.
Your natural 20 is fine.
I wasn't know that.
Is this the first time that Perigal has not seemed inordinately chill about hell?
Oh,
Is this the first time that Perigal has seemed like this isn't the best thing, this isn't thoroughly exciting?
nervous about the see-through floor and the very high, and I'm quite heavy, and it's fascinating, but also a little bit scary.
I take a weird comfort in someone else being freaked out. The fact that it's Perigal.
Keldon, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
With a not advantage.
Nope, not saving throws, it's ability checks.
I help.
You can't help on a saving throw.
No. That is a 5.
5. As you step onto one of these glass planes on this bridge you are crossing, there's a very definite beneath your feet.
Well, I'm going to jump onto the next one.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
No, I want to roll acrobatics.
Roll an acrobatics check. Fine.
With advantage.
Fine.
Because of my
Fine.
bloody spell.
Fine.
This is your Katniss.
Full suit of armour and you've got food.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. Yeah. You leap, and behind you, the glass was indeed cracking under your weight, but your full weight now lands on the next pane of glass in front
I'm
of
going
you.
to keep jumping.
No, your full weight lands on a pane of glass that you jump onto,
You are going to be in midair.
which just smashes through. Roll me another dex saving throw.
Okay.
That is a 14.
You manage to hang on, but you are now swinging beneath this walkway,
Can I help, Calden?
of course, and you can see beneath you just these panes of glass are just falling like rain.
It'll be fun. We've done this before.
I'm immediately getting
Mhm.
down. Oh, warrior handshake. Calden!
It's an athletics check. One of you can do it with advantage.
And again, I remember that actually Calden's a minotaur. Oh god! Timbers!
I take a
Yours
bead
is better.
behind us just in case the sound has alerted anything behind us.
Uh-huh.
Can I look to see where the glass fell?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Can I cast web underneath the glass, both where they are and strengthening any surrounding glass?
Yeah,
Is the web sticky?
it is.
Yes, in that case I can do it underneath.
Absolutely.
Right?
Please do.
I'm casting web!
Did you say athletics?
One of you rolled with advantage?
Yeah. Athletics?
Yes.
22.
Yeah, perfect. Perigal leans out and casts a spell, and suddenly there's stickiness beneath you, but you are pulled up and out, and the web is sticking to you a little bit, but even if you had fallen, you wouldn't have fallen far because the web is underneath to catch you. But you are on top of the walkway. Did you roll a perception check?
27.
27. The glass falls into the cracked earth below.
Onto the cracked earth below or into the cracks in the earth below? Those
Well,
are
it's
very
bit-
different.
Bit of both. You're looking behind. You just turn around, look behind. There's nothing there.
This is why I stopped climbing trees.
With the 27 fluster, I will say, in the building ahead of you that you're heading across this walkway to, inside which you hear faint, very faint movement.
Monsters. I'm not saying that. I'm
my hole.
I'm a minotaur. Minotaur.
Minor.
That's close.
There are creatures in the building ahead.
Well,
Something has hurt us.
good to know.
Some scavengers do stay in the area.
Let's get off this walkway.
Forward or backward?
Forwards.
We're just closer.
Oh, no, let's go forwards. There's no point going backwards.
Forwards.
We know that backwards is strong enough to take our weight.
Perigal, there's no point going backwards.
Always forward.
Always forwards.
Are you rushing forward?
Things and heights and
We're going carefully forward, I
Sensible.
think.
Calvin, didn't we say always forward before that time that Judah and Fluster came and rescued us? Probably imagine. Forward!
And Andreas, look how far we've got. Always forward.
Fluster and Judah exchange a tired.
Are you running into the building ahead of you?
I
Running
wouldn't
forward?
say running. I'd
Be
say
careful.
flail is starting to.
Are you maintaining your stealth?
I wasn't gonna try to necessarily put extra effort into being stealthy, but because Perigal seems now very, very freaked out, am I within kind of?
Yes, of course.
Yep. I mean, actually, I always forget I don't have to
She's right behind you.
touch people. I just put a hand reaching up onto your shoulder. It'll be all right. Okay.
Wait.
I know it doesn't feel like it, but you've got people around you. You're gonna be okay. And you feel kind of fresh sea air almost on your face, and it's a little bit refreshing, and you've got inspiration
Boom.
for 10 minutes of in the world.
You two are moving forward.
I'm going to activate the axe very quickly. Just for invisible things.
Totally fine.
And I cast Pass Without Trace, which is a 2nd level spell, so I'm going to keep up my stealth.
Yeah, maintaining stealth.
If you maintain stealth, you move more slowly.
Yes,
Not in my favourite terrain.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're in your favourite terrain. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm a ranger.
But only
So-
if you're travelling alone.
Oh, you're travelling alone.
but
I thought so.
But also, like, we want to be careful on this bridge. Like, we're not going to run across the breaking
Yeah,
bridge. That
yeah.
seems foolish.
We want to be careful on the bridge, says the person who just
Yeah.
Hey, look, I was falling through. It seemed like the best option.
Are you moving with some
Oh,
speed
yeah.
but not running necessarily?
Yes.
Are you trying to maintain stealth?
I
Yes.
summon Heaven's Trumpet as well.
Okay. Are you maintaining stealth checks? If so, please roll me a stealth check.
How far is it to the side?
About 10
can
feet, 20 feet. So
Oh
far.
yeah, I'm totally
Can I
maintaining
can I
stealth.
keep the advantage, or do I need to roll a flat one?
On what? Stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay. We still get the plus 10, right?
You're still concentrating, are you?
Yes,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I had the advantage was from Andreas.
Oh, I see. Only if Andreas stops and takes time to give you advice, which would slow this whole process down considerably.
I do that.
You sure?
Am I sure?
I don't know. I probably
It will
won't roll,
slow you
I
down.
probably won't roll in that one again.
Is this to give you stealth?
Advantage, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
an action.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine.
No, remember. Oh no, who's? Right. Think about this.
Good lord.
Wow.
Is it a 1?
I've rolled a 5 and a 6. That makes it 15.
15.
Oh, not
With
terrible.
pass without a trace.
With yes. that a trace.
Okay. You are all making your way stealthily but quickly into the building ahead of you. What are the other stealth rolls?
rolled at
37.
disadvantage.
37.
Didn't roll stealth.
Didn't roll stealth.
A 20.
Flat. Just 20.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, right. Very good.
29.
29.
29.
29. You are moving in. Some of you are not stealthing, so it's quite a sort of bundle as you make your way into this space up ahead of you. In front of you, as you walk in, there is quite an open space. It's roughly circular. It's about 50 foot along, and there is a staircase going up the side. It's like a spiral staircase going up the side of this. And Carianth, who is with you, is we need to go up the stairs, and pointing you towards going up the stairs on the side. The other wall on this side is glass.
Can I see anything that might have been making the sounds?
Do I
take
sense
a
any
sweep?
creatures? I've got the axe up.
You got the axe up. I'll go with the axe. That's faster.
Of course.
You sense that where the stairs go up and above, there are creatures above there. There's definitely something fiendish above there. As you point up, and as you all look up, on the wall, because this 50-foot side goes up, and then it continues up a little bit above that, there is sort of an open, airy space. On the wall is a creature that none of you have seen before. It looks a little like a dog if someone had crossbred it with a cockroach and taken all of the skin off its head.
That sounds like a bad boy.
I want this to be my pet.
Sounds like a bad breeder.
They are also about the size of a lion,
I want it to be my pet.
but this one is just on the wall. And as you all run in, not all of you being stealthy, another 4 come scrabbling, boiling, crawling over the wall and start coming down the stairs towards you. Can everyone please roll initiative?
Looks like they've got a pest problem!
Chris, by the way, I do myself down. I actually had 40 stealth.
Oh, I'm sorry. 40 stealth for Judah. Fine by me.
40. I never roll good stealth, and I'm
That
sad
is-
about that.
I never roll good stuff.
But you have disadvantage and a minus. I'm a
Yeah.
rogue. Yeah. Oh well.
Cool.
I'll get over it at some point.
Not yet.
Will you, Grace?
Isn't that going to be like over 20?
So,
That's my initiative roll.
initiative rolls. Anyone above a 25?
No. Not quite.
Anyone above a 20?
23.
22.
23 for Judah and a 22 for Fluster. Anyone above a 15?
Yeah.
17.
17?
15.
Dead on 15 as
15?
well.
15, and whose dex modifier is higher? Definitely yours.
Oh,
Yep.
who's that with the lowest initiative roll?
Every time. Every time.
Take it up the rear.
This time I shall be covered in cockroach dogs.
They're a 3rd edition monster of every skin. They're called pack fiends.
Not
Fiends.
cock dogs.
Not cockroaches.
So we're going to go back and be like, I want to play armour that is resistant to wasp stings, cockroach dogs.
I just want insect repellent.
What did you roll, Ted?
I am back on form with a natural 1. Turned into a 3.
3. Excellent.
Cool.
Very good. Judah, have you got a sense of the ranges and the layout of this place?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Lovely.
For everyone else who doesn't.
It is about 50
How
foot
far away
across.
to the...
The stairs go up the side and they're coming over the side. They are roughly 40 feet away from you and a slight raise. But there are stairs that lead up to the wall. They're currently clambering over and down onto the stairs. Right. Judah, what would you like to do?
I would like to shoot, and they are obviously menacing. They are not like
Yeah.
okay. Just checking, there's
Yeah.
always the other option sometimes.
Get ready to roll animal handling.
I shoot whatever the first cockapoo is.
It's not a cockapoo, it's a pack fiend. Are you staying by the door?
Yeah.
I'm staying as far back as I currently am because
So you're just inside the building?
I'm probably still just on the walkway.
Okay.
But yeah, because we've never seen these things before.
You have
we have
not.
no idea what they're like.
Nope.
If they monster one of us immediately, we may be withdrawing. So, see how that goes.
So you're maintaining the rear?
I am, yes.
Good.
You didn't have to make it sound weird though.
That's really nice rear, dude.
Gluteal exercises.
I'm assuming it can't see me, given my stealth.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. That's good because that was good. 21.
21 hits, yes.
21 hits. That's good. I need to get a feel for what will hit, which would be good. And I'll shoot the same one again.
With your 2 arrows.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm going to do trip attack to try and knock it over.
Okay. That will knock it off the wall.
Okay. And that is 21 again. Same roll.
Okay, what do I have to roll to not be tripped off the wall?
You would do a DC 17 strength saving throw, which I imagine they're not terrible at.
21, sorry about that.
That does that. So let's just roll some.
Your 2 arrows just stick into the first one.
Okay, so 6, 10, and then let's roll. Let's roll it in the box. 12, so that's 22 damage.
22 damage.
And I used a thingy dice, so that's actually 28 damage.
28 damage. One of the ones bursting over the wall and just coming down and trying to attack you will just suddenly 2 arrows just stick in its back and it's not down, but it's very clearly very badly hurt by that.
Oh, good.
Cool. I am heartened by the damage that I did because I was really worried they were going to be beasts.
Hardy.
And I will attempt to hide again.
Where are you hiding?
This is a very good point. Behind the mass of people in front of me.
Sure. Where are you hiding? Are you getting close? Are you going into the building off the
No,
walkway?
I'm maintaining my distance if I can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Run me a stealth check.
It's massive again. It's 27. It's 37.
Has Judah ever not maintained stealth?
I mean, it's what he does. So,
37. Thank you.
yeah.
Carianth, before your turn, Fluster just looks at you all and goes, "I'll see you when it's over," and just
Knew
teleports
it.
out.
Waste of space.
Demon chicken!
I don't...
They're a yugoloth, but you know.
How many could... is it my turn?
Yes.
How many could I get in a 10-foot radius?
10-foot radius.
Yes.
2.
'Cause
They're large creatures.
okay.
Well, they're not. They're large D&D creatures.
How stupid would it be for me to make a loud noise right now? Okay, I'm looking at Chris's face. I've maybe decided not to do that. Okay. Remind me how far away they are.
They are roughly 40 feet away from you.
40 feet.
That's
Okay.
up at an angle, but there are stairs.
Okay. But I could just run up
Easily
the wall.
peasily.
Rad. Cool. I'm going to run up the wall
Mm-hmm.
at where the I will go for the 1
Mhm.
rather than the 3, if I
Mhm.
may. And I'm gonna stab it.
Is that the one that Jula's already hit?
I thought you said that there was
Oh, the one up high.
and
You're
then
going for the one
there
up high.
was a
Yes, go for the one up high. Sorry, yes,
Yeah,
the one
I
up
will
high.
go for the one
So you're just
on the
running
side,
up the
please.
wall.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Traction from foot, spring up the blade, and then push off again.
Cool.
And I'm going to use Heaven's Trumpet to try and skewer it. That's a 20 on the first,
Mm-hmm.
a 19 on the second.
Well, the 20 hits, yes.
A 19 doesn't hit.
Oh, sorry, they both hit, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they both
I was like, oh shit.
hit. Sorry, I thought that was an advantage roll. Yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. That is 18, 19 points of damage. And I get to add sneak attack because I'm the only person engaged.
Correct. Swashbuckler.
19
It's a cool function.
plus go to 28. I will use my bonus action.
Yep.
To slash around with the scimitar.
Okay, they have to halve the damage on this one.
Okay, 28, 31 points of damage on this one.
31 points of
And then-
damage.
Dig claws into the
Yes.
into the glass and just like slide back down the wall.
So just to be clear, we're in a skyscraper and you are matrixing the shit out of this, right?
You fucking better.
Excellent. It's just not dead. You just stab repeatedly and it's like it's very clearly very badly hurt, but it is just not dead. It is now their turn.
What? I'm not going first.
So what's the arrangement here?
Keldon
Keldon and Andreas.
Bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang.
Keldon and Andreas are at the
Bang,
front, as they were at the front of the marching order. Flusters run up the wall. Monsoon and Perigal are behind them with Judah on the bridge. Right. The first one, the one that Judah hit, is scurrying down the wall at great speed and is just going to run straight for the biggest, loudest person, which is one of you two. Are any of you making any particular drawing attention noises?
Yeah, can I say in Abyssal?
Yep.
Be my pets!
Yes, you can, and that one will run and attack you.
What a
Is
pickup line.
that one of the lines in a love heart?
Right. The first bite is a 12. It just snaps angrily in front of you and misses with the first bite.
Bad cock dog.
Don't call it a cock dog.
Cockapoo.
Its clawed mandibles try and scrape at your arms, but also don't get through. However, what you missed in all of this, with its clawed mandibles,
something.
with its bite, is a stinger on the back that just comes
you see
over.
what you missed. What you neglected to mention.
Wouldn't have seen it. It's underneath their bodies. It sort of comes out like a scorpion, and
Rolled
that
an insight check.
that is a 24 to hit you.
No, it misses me.
Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, oh god.
Oh, is that 2? Yes, it is. Not even going to add the bonus.
Cool. You take 5 points of damage, and you are poisoned. This poison has various effects that you don't know.
That's correct, because I'm not great on rules.
No, you don't know. You have disadvantage on basically everything because you're poisoned. That's the first one. The second one, seeing that one is engaged, is going to run at the other big thing. Callum.
Things that I didn't prep today. Protection from poison.
Keldon, I'm guessing that an 8 and a 14 don't hit you.
No.
Does a 19 hit you?
No.
If this one comes out and just bites, claw, and then the stinger just comes out and just bounces off your shield, and it's very clearly sort of bent back slightly.
If it closes that one off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A third, the other, they have a lot of movement. This room is not massive for all of your movement. Would you have gone back out onto the bridge?
How far could I have got?
Within this room, if you are staying within this room, 50 feet away? or from them?
With my movement, I probably couldn't have got that far. I couldn't have gone that far away from them.
Oh, I see.
Really, could I?
Well, they can move quite fast. They have a very high movement speed, so
They can probably get to me.
Right, then one is also the one that you hit is also going to come running after you.
Shit! As I'm like sliding down.
Hang on, all of these with
Scuttling
disadvantage, so I have to
down
again.
Yeah, with disadvantage, please.
Right, the first attack is a 9 as the bite
Doesn't hit me.
goes past you.
As it like lunges at me, I like claw it on the nose, like.
And the claws just snap around you and miss as well. In comes the stinger. Note, all 3 attacks go all around you as your cloak protects you from all 3 of
Also,
the...
I am, in the words of Matt, matrixing the shit out of them.
Cool. And the 4th one is going for either Perigal or Monsoon. It'll go for Perigal. Perigal's
If
bigger
I
target.
can't stand in the way, I would.
One's already on you. They all...
Oh, are they too big?
They're large. Yeah, they're very big. So one's going to go and run at Perigal as well. Just flat attacks. Ooh. The lowest I rolled is a 19.
What's the highest you roll?
Nat 20.
Is that all 3?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Okay.
You could cutting words one of them if you wanted to.
I would attempt.
Because you can shield as well, can't you? Perigal.
Yes, and I can shield as
But
well.
you
Yes.
need to know. You can. What's the token
That's-
roll?
19 on the first, 25 on the second, and 26 on the
Holy shit.
third. And that's a nat 20.
I wouldn't be able to get the stinger down with cutting, so that's the only one I'd.
Wait, so
Try.
if I... Oh god, my AC is 14. If I cast shield,
It
that's
wouldn't.
plus 5 to my AC, but it still
Wouldn't
would
do
meet
it.
my AC, so I'd still... So no, I can't shield it.
Is it 14 with the major armour?
It's 14 with the mage armour. 15
Plus 5 to make the shield,
19
yes.
but it-
So no, all 3 of these are going to hit you.
Ow.
If you shield and then cutting
Bless you, Tina.
words,
Sorry?
if you shield and then cutting words, you only have to roll a 1.
No, you said the stinger was like 24 or something.
26.
26. I'd have to roll like an 8.
On the 19 though, if you shield, you
Let's
don't
just
have to
roll
reduce it,
this.
yeah?
The stinger would be the only one I'd actually attempt to.
Okay.
Make me a Constitution saving throw as all 3 hit and the stinger digs deep into you as
Can you
well.
roll them? Can you roll the damage separately? I'm gonna take the damage for that 20.
Okay. So, the bite is for 5 points of damage.
What save did you say, Con?
Con.
Don't forget you've got inspo.
I do.
You've got a D8.
Inspo.
You can't use... for the saving throw, sorry.
Saving throw. How many mace saving throws am I going to do?
Just one.
Just one.
It's just the stinger.
That'll be fine.
So that's
21.
21, you're fine. 5, 8, 13, and then the nat 20 on the stinger is for 10 points of damage.
Well, I take the 10.
Okay, you take the 10.
Wait, what was the first one?
You take...
Those numbers all adding.
Yeah.
You said
You
5,
said
8,
numbers.
13. Was that
No,
5
sorry.
plus 8?
You take
equals
13 points of damage, you take 10 if you take the damage for Perigal.
Yeah, I'm taking the damage from the stinger.
And the stinger also, you pass the con save, so that has no effect on you either, Perigal.
Tidy.
Excellent. That's all 4 of them. They're all engaged. They're just mindless, as far as you can tell. Beasts, bestial.
Is it me?
No. Monsoon!
Okay. From when I tried to enthrall some wasps a while back, it was agreed that basically if I did it successfully, they'd have disadvantage on attacking or seeing anyone but me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that, because I didn't get hurt in the last thing, so try and make it a bit easier for others, I'm guessing, to... It feels like just in flavour rather than mechanics, it would be easier for other people to attack, because they wouldn't have to worry about the others.
Well,
the
we've
things
used
attacking them.
Enthrall in the past to give them disadvantage on attack rolls so they can't see what they're attacking, so looking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Okay,
I'm
how
gonna-
do you enthrall them?
I just start talking to I think it's all of them, because I think I can do this on multiple. Let me just check though.
And let me know what the saving throw is as well.
Yes. Enthralling.
Please start howling like a dog.
That's not quite
With some mandible clicks.
style.
Here we go. Come on.
Causing creatures of your choice that you can see within range, and that's 60 feet.
Yeah, you
All
can
of
hit
them
all of them.
within 60
You can
feet?
hit all of them, yes.
Okay. And it's a wisdom save, I think. Yes, wisdom save.
Did we do it at disadvantage last time because we're attacking them?
If you or your companions are fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save.
Mm-hmm. What's the DC?
17.
Cool. 2 of them are enthralled.
Nice.
Cool. 2 of them, I'm just going, what does it feel like to be the ugliest thing in hell? Because I feel like there must be a lot of competition. And in a way that's kind of impressive. Like, you've actually done really well there. But on the other hand, I mean, there must be, like, because one of you's like the looker of the 2, right? So one of you is worse than the other. And it's just, you're being so mean to these dogs! I'm sorry, did no one hear the description?
Yeah, they were really grim.
Yeah, I feel like I'm completely in the right.
It's justified, but also
Personal attacks, you know.
The one that currently has 2 arrows sticking out of it and looks quite badly hurt is seemingly enthralled by you, the one currently attacking Andreas. And the one that was on Perigal seems enthralled, but the other 2 are not paying attention to you at all.
Cool. And I would like to, for my bonus action, just go, stay safe! And Fluster has inspiration.
I'm
Nice.
trying, I say, a stinger goes up from there.
That's a good start!
It's the 8, right?
Perigal.
Yeah.
What's the paraplan?
None of them are.
Get out of peril.
None of them are on the wall anymore because they've come down and come towards us, right?
They're all now in combat with all of you. Yes.
There's still 2 of them that could be within a 10-foot area.
Yes. But so would your allies be.
I couldn't position it so that...
You could position it so that it would only affect 2 of them and not your allies. Yes, I'll allow it. 10-foot radius or sphere.
Who are they fighting? The people here?
Because of the arrangement, the ones on Andreas and Keldon are sort of
close to each other
and are away from there's less around them.
Perfect.
Because they're at the front.
I will cast grease on the floor. I don't know when they're on the wall. I wonder if they can fall off a wall, but I'm just going to go do that.
Please don't do that.
Okay, you cast grease on those 2.
They have to make a dex save.
Immediately or on their turn?
Now, when the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must see a dex save.
One rolls a 19 and one rolls a 4.
Feel like the 19 is fine.
Okay.
Plus my yes.
The one that rolls a 4 is now prone?
Yes.
Keldon, the one that's sort of vaguely flapping at you, just suddenly collapses and falls and is just sort of on the floor kicking its legs wildly.
That's one greasy, hairless, shelled scorpion dog.
Scorpion dog cockroach.
Where are you going?
Now it's greasy as well. It's just,
Are you moving at all, Perigal? There is one directly engaged with you, so if you move,
no.
it will have an attack of opportunity, and it will use its stinger.
I don't like it though. I want to be not near it. I don't want to just...
There's also not really anywhere for you to go. You could go further into...
Oh, no,
you could go back on the bridge where...
Heights. No, I'll just stay here and just... Bad dog. That's what I say.
You're between a cock dog and a high place.
Oh, no, it's not a cock dog. Stop calling it a cock dog.
Right. Before I do anything else, am I sensing anything from my axe?
At the moment, from your axe...
I think you have this.
The 4.
Just then.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there more than 2 of them within 15 feet radius of me?
Yes, you and Andreas are both fighting 1 each.
No, more than 3.
More than 3.
Sorry, can I catch 3? So if there's something which is effective 15 feet round me, can I catch 3?
Yes, you would, because the one on Perigal is nearby as well, whereas Fuss is the other side of the room.
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, describe how that looks.
So I call forth spirits to protect me. Keldon is not super imaginative, so they are tiny Keldons. Bearing tiny axes.
And they're just just floating
They're
around.
flying around for 15 feet. around
What
all of
saving
us.
throws are my pack fiends making?
Alright, so technically it's on the start of their turn.
Tiny.
Okay.
So now if you
No,
want,
wait to start their turn. That's totally fine. I'll put a note to myself. That's your action. You're going to do it as a bonus action.
Hit it, it's prone.
I can't hit it as a bonus action. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just casting that. So now there are just lots of tiny floating Keldons.
Do they make any noise?
No.
No.
They do. They do like smile at you as they float past.
I would die for them. I would die for them.
That's up for 10 minutes as long as I'm concentrating on it.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
And
after
if anything that I don't like comes within it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's inside this room.
Don't piss
Nope.
them off.
It moves with me.
It moves with you, I see. Okay.
It moves with me for the next 10 minutes.
Cool. Judah.
Okay.
No,
So-
it's not your turn.
Oh.
I'm giving you a warning that something's about to happen.
Okay.
As you are still on the bridge, and as you look around, something impacts near your feet, and there's a puff of black smoke which you're enveloped by.
No.
Okay.
Boy.
boy.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. It's not good, is it? Is it good? I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good either. Oh,
Yeah.
what is happening and why?
It doesn't sound good.
Can you please make a contested grapple check?
Can.
What? Against smoke?
You don't know what's happening in the smoke.
Oh.
No, I'm busy being smiled at by tiny Keldon.
Yeah.
What am I adding for grapple? I'm adding
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
I rolled
They're
super
both
high.
the same. Okay. 16.
Yeah. Are any of you looking back at the bridge?
Nope.
I'm talking to dogs.
I am sliding down that wall, and it's glass.
Cool.
So I could.
On
be.
the bridge, what you see
Yeah.
is a sort of... You can't see it. It's just there's a puff of smoke around Judah, and then something, you can't see it because it's incredibly quick, falls directly into the smoke cloud, and there's a very loud banging thump and a smash. As you are falling through mid-air,
Okay.
you fall through the floor of this because this creature just landed on you and fell through it with you, grabbing hold of you and just slamming you down through the floor.
Okay.
Some fall damage you need to take there.
I think Fluster.
I'm not surprised though, because my bow means that I'm not surprised.
I think Fluster yells Judah's name as
Cool.
that happens.
Cool. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you are
Okay.
smashed through the bridge.
Like your bow of warning, you're just like, oh shit.
Bow of someone's about to drop a piano on.
Is Judah still, when Fluster yells out Judah's name, is Judah still falling?
As you turn around and look, you can't see Judah. You just see a cloud of smoke. Heavy cover. Judah, you smash through this. You're smashed through the floor of this glass bridge, and as you fall through, you catch a glimpse of a creature that's grabbed you by the chest and is just holding you as you fall straight down.
Okay.
The creature that's holding you looks peculiar. It's quite large, rotund almost, but it is covered in black leather armour, and it has a strange mask on. And it's just holding you, fangs protruding out the bottom of the mask. It has a bow on its back, and the leathers that it's wearing are definitely black and studded.
Dark Judah.
Dark Judah.
Edgy
Oh my
Judah.
God, even
Has it got-
edgier Judah.
Having played
got a
in
beard.
Chris's games, I wouldn't be surprised if this is somehow evil Judah from the future. That's my lead theory. I'm putting that in the theory bowl.
Dark Andreas will turn up last.
Does a 28 hit you?
I think you know the answer to that question.
I'm being polite. You take 9 points of piercing damage as it jams a sword into your ribs, and then, as a bonus action, vanishes.
Okay.
Misty Step.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's fine. It's probably the last you'll see of Dark Jude.
You didn't tell me to save the cheerleader.
And Matt,
Oh no.
Oh God, just let him
Let him be!
make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
What? Is it to remember
That's
whether he
always
has
good,
wings
isn't
or
it?
not?
Surely that's the one thing I am definitely going to remember. Okay.
No, I'm worried this is to remember the thing at all.
No!
Seven?
No!
It's probably really good enough, isn't it?
That's the lowest roll you've ever made, isn't it?
I've rolled lower than that.
By about 20.
At the start of your turns, you must make a wisdom saving throw. If you fail the throw, you waste your action doing nothing.
Oh.
You are currently falling.
Okay.
Better hope for a good wisdom saving throw, my friend.
Yeah. I mean,
It just says
I could
action.
waste my action, but could I use my
It just says it wastes its action doing nothing. I would allow you movement, yes.
yeah. But well, if that's fine. But yeah, but
Sure.
I could action surge maybe and have another action.
No, it wastes its action. You are cursed, my friend. This is what happens.
Okay.
Cool. You don't know where Judah is.
No one ever knows where Judah is.
No one knows what you
Yeah.
see him fall.
Yes.
Saw him fall.
Saw him fall.
He's falling.
Falling.
He can fly.
There's a hole in the thing.
Hole in the bridge.
Judah can fly.
Yeah, he can fly. So could I.
That's true.
Well, anyway.
On your turn.
Andreas, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I did use my action, giving advantage to Keldon's stealth check.
That was before
Oh, yeah.
that.
No,
I mean, that's very,
very sweet.
It's very
very
honourable.
honourable of you.
Very
I,
honourable.
Even though
I appreciate
didn't
that.
believe I got double nat 20s.
No, I appreciate that. Very honourable.
He's just trying to
Thank you, Toby.
Yeah.
You've gained some kudos. Now you can lie once again, and I won't know.
I haven't lied yet. Just to be very clear. You just didn't believe me.
Wait.
I attack. I will. So there's one on me.
Yep.
And there's one sort of greasing around next to Calvin.
Yes.
Is the one on me injured?
The one on you is very badly injured.
If you just leave it, it will die with my spirit guardians next turn.
Oh, how about one on the floor in front of you?
You could go for that one, and you might.
The injured one will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, is it not like really close?
I thought they were right next to each other.
No, okay, you can hit the one
They
next to it.
stood
That's
right
fine.
next to each other.
Yeah.
Because if you
Now
just,
you are poisoned, so you have disadvantage on this roll, but it is prone, so you have advantage on the roll, so it's a flat roll.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do that.
My grease is up my chin.
With my expert warrior martial knowledge,
Yes, mate.
I noticed Fluster's scimitar
Yes.
not being particularly effective against the knock-on dog.
It's a non-magic weapon.
I was going to say that magic will mean is
Yeah.
my blood axe will be fine.
Yes, your magic weapons, all your weapons are magical, and it's totally fine.
I've blood axed the shit out of it.
Go for it.
Everyone's weapons are magical except for my scimitar.
Correct. Your other
It's
weapon is a
overplayed.
+2 weapon. Don't.
It's not. It's +1.
It's +2.
It's not.
Is it +1?
24.
+1.
24 hits, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Check your sheet.
It's +1.
I'll roll again.
Yes, please.
It's fine. Natural one.
Natural 1. Okay, and you have a third attack as a bonus action if you want it.
With the
Oh, also, Tobe, you were hit by this and poisoned, and you haven't rolled me a Constitution saving throw to see if past that trace is still up.
And I also haven't done a no, that's exactly what you just said. That was me slowly remembering while you were speaking instead of listening to the actual words.
This is
You are
very
really
relatable.
inhabiting this character.
Yeah. I will roll my concentration saving throw. That's a 16.
Yeah, you're fine. It's only 5 points of damage.
on the Patreon, it says it's a +1.
It is a +1. My
It
bad.
is a +1.
I thought it was +2. I was wrong. It's +1.
That's some more damage.
Also, support us on Patreon. You can see what all of our items do.
Yeah, just released that today.
This one's a +1 short sword.
Can I roll damage for the blood axe?
Sure.
And then flail.
Yep.
D8. It is 7.
7 points of damage on the one on the floor next to Keldon.
Yeah, doesn't kill it.
Well, no, it hasn't taken any damage yet.
Oh, it's uninjured.
Yes.
I will flail that mother fudger. That's a natural 1.
Wow.
Do not buy these dice.
Please don't listen to Toby. Good, right.
So you're flailing, but you're not like
how many
flailing.
Smash myself in the
How many
face.
attack rolls have you made?
3. 2 were 1s.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fine. I got double nat 20 last time.
You still have movement if you want it. But if you move away from either of these two, they will attack you.
Well, I want to know if I'm flailing myself or Keldon.
Oh, I see. No,
Or-
you're not.
or
You're
blood
not flailing
axing my big
yourself
toe.
or Keldon. You're just flailing wildly and missing because you're a ninny.
Can I just cut a chunk out of my foot and be like, no, not again?
Yes, fine. Your movement speed is reduced by 5 feet until it's healed.
I'm staying exactly where I
Good. Right. Fucking Judah, what are you doing?
Falling by the sounds of it.
You are. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah, let's do that and roll more than 5, shall we? Oh, that would be 20.
Yes, you are.
20.
You are fine to do whatever you want on
Okay.
this turn.
That's good.
Oh god.
On this turn.
Curse lasts a minute, my friend.
Okay. The wings immediately come out.
Yep. You have fallen quite a long way.
Okay.
Like you will, because you fall roughly 500 feet in a round. Because in 6 seconds, a human body would fall 500 feet if it wasn't feather-falled. I'm going to allow that you can catch yourself out of this fall, but you are a long way away from your friends.
Okay.
am. Can you move 500 feet?
I think I
Nope,
could.
someone else can do that, and they're busy.
Yeah. But I could move. I could get 100 feet back, I guess. I'm more worried this thing is going to just pounce in again. But I guess I kind of have to get
Find
back
a ledge.
towards. So I am going to move 30 feet
What direction?
back towards where.
So
We
you've
were-
fallen,
So
let's say, because it was 250 feet up.
okay.
I'm going to say, because I'm nice, that you managed to catch yourself before you hit the ground, but only just. So you're like heading straight back up. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I am heading straight back up.
30 feet straight up?
30 feet straight up my movement.
Yes.
30 feet up my action.
Fine, 60 feet up.
And then
So you're now
bonus
190
action.
feet away from
I can
everyone
bonus
else.
action dash, right?
Yes, you're a rogue. Of course you can.
So that also.
So that's 90 feet straight up?
When you say straight up, because I was outside on the building,
Yes.
I'm actually gonna angle it so that I would go in through the door where they all are.
250 feet.
Yeah, but I know I'm a ways away. But what I mean is I'm not just going straight back up. I'm doing that so I'm close to the building.
So you're flying in close to the building, so you can angle to flying straight through the door that they're in.
Yeah.
Cool, you've gone 90 feet, so you are 60 feet away from them at the end of your turn.
Okay.
And you haven't chosen to hide.
Didn't help me last time.
Well, I was already pretty well hidden.
You were hidden from the things inside by your definition
Yeah.
of your stealth roll. Be careful with
you
that
haven't
sort of
hidden
thing.
from the
True.
thing that randomly
Yeah,
appears in
exactly.
the middle of the space.
You were hiding on a glass bridge 250 feet. What do you mean to do?
Why didn't you hide from the thing you didn't know was there?
So, I know.
Why
What
don't you
was I
think about
thinking?
hiding not on glass bridges? Good, lovely.
People in glass houses.
People on glass bridges. Fluster.
I would like to slide all the way down the thing and look out to see whether Judah is falling or
Judah is
coming back
flying
up.
back up. You can see sort of Judah's wings are out and Judah's just flying straight back up towards you.
Why did you worry me like this? And then like throw myself back up towards the
Pack feed.
pack fiend.
This is the one that's already attacking you and you're attacking it.
Yes.
Great.
Does it look very rough?
Very rough.
Okay. May I first make my bonus action attack at it and see whether that does it? And then
Yes.
go from there?
If your main action will be an attack, yes.
Yes.
Fine.
It will be.
No problem.
That doesn't hit. Or I assume that doesn't hit. Does a 14 hit?
Just no.
No.
You've
Okay.
got inspire if you want. But
Yeah. I've got so many. I've got so many of these things. I will.
What, attacks?
I'm going to save it. Yeah, I'll save it for one of my better ones.
Mhm.
I slash up with the Heaven's Trumpet for a 24
That hits, yes.
Yes, rad. Okay. I will roll these separately if I may for now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 12 points of damage.
Yeah, it's dead. It had 1 hit point. Like, you just...
Oh,
that just
oh boy. Oh.
You are within range of the one that's on the floor and grease. The grease is still there. And one in front of Andreas also looks very badly hurt from Judah's arrows, and the one on Perigal has not been attacked yet.
I will take a quick look, push off the off the glass. I feel like you probably get the cool shot that you do in
Matrix.
Spider-Verse. No,
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that one.
and then flip through the air and try and stab the one which is on Perigal.
Sure,
That's
go for it.
not been damaged.
And not in the grease, so you're out of the range
And
of all
not
of
in
that.
the grease.
Totally
Yes,
fine.
please.
Fluster.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, it's a 4 again. This time I will use my inspiration.
Cool.
I lied when I said it was a 14 before. It wasn't a 14 because I don't add as much to my scimitar attacks.
It's okay, you didn't hit anyway.
12 plus 6 is 18.
That hits, yes.
Thank you. And then I will add my... Can I add my sneak attack to this one?
Yes, you also
Yes.
get
It's
it if an arrow is
engaged.
It's engaged with your ally
Yeah,
as well, yes.
Rad.
Because you are a
Excellent.
swashbuckler, so you add your sneak attack
Cool.
basically everything
All
you
the
do.
time. So that's 9 plus 7. So 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage as you jump in behind Perigal and just
Yeah.
shank into the...
I'm assuming I cannot. I'm in enough range of some of the others that if I try to disengage from this one, I would.
Disengage affects everything. Oh no, you only disengage
No,
for things you've
it's not
hit.
free
Yes,
disengage.
you would be attacked by other things, yes.
Okay.
So you're in the middle of it all.
You would make it a stinger attack, wouldn't you?
Of course I would.
What if you didn't?
No.
Fuck it. I'm gonna try and get out of the way. I'm gonna try and get out.
Which direction are you heading to get out of the way?
Which do I take the less bullshittery from?
There will be one attack of opportunity. You are either heading back into the room or out onto the bridge.
Out onto the bridge.
Okay.
It's probably not a good idea, but I want to be assured.
The stinger misses you entirely
Rad.
as you flip out, and you're now you're not on the bridge. You're
Yeah.
at the back of the party because Perigal was at the back.
Yeah.
And
just
looking out, you can see Judah flying back up.
Okay.
So you'll see what happens to him next.
As they appear, Perigal says, "Oh, hello, Fluster."
Yeah, I feel like it's you don't see Judah, you see Fluster a lot, and then you don't see them, and then they're there again, and then they're gone again. And
Totally fine. It is the Pack Fiend's turn, so can we have the rolls on Guardian
Yes,
as
so
of
they need to make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom saving throws?
Yes.
You sure? Isn't some kind of physical saving throw?
Nope, it's wisdom saving throws.
No problem.
The dog cockroaches have to make up with
20, 18 and 6.
Well, the 6 fails, and you take half damage
now.
on a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, half damage on a success.
Okay.
And it's radiant damage.
Yep.
Because I am good.
Are you though?
Yeah, that is on top of all my other dice.
Mhm.
Oh, not bad. 8 add 9 is 17. So 17 for the one that failed.
Perigal, the one on you, just cacks it completely.
Nice. And 8 for the other two.
The one in front of you that's still prone on the floor is looking quite badly hurt. The one that was on Andreas is also out of it. There's only one left.
Also, their speed is halved.
It's got half its hit points and it's not going anywhere, so cool, but good to know. Good to know. It's just going to attack you. It is just going to try and attack you, Keldon. It's going to use half its movement to get up, and its speed is halved. It's just going to get up and attack
Was this
you.
one that I'd enthralled, or was this a different one?
It is not enthralled, sorry.
Okay.
But this one is going to try and attack you, Keldon. It's got 3 attacks. The highest one there is a 20 to hit you.
Yeah, 20 hits.
20 hits.
I would like to use cutting words.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I know you weren't listening, but you're really ugly as well, alright? Just that.
Well,
And so's your mum.
since it's a 20 and 20's Kelton's armour class, it auto just cross up an inspiration usage and it doesn't hit.
Thank you. Cheers, Monsoon.
You're welcome. I'm having a good time insulting them, frankly.
Monsoon, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, my turn. Well, there's just the one left, right?
Yep.
Okay. In what kind of state does it look?
It's got blood all over it.
It's got blood all over
Horrible
it.
demon ichor.
I'm gonna, to be honest,
It's a real drunk.
even though I didn't do the best singer just now, I'm gonna vicious mockery it
Go
because
for it.
I think that's actually the most damage I'm gonna be able to do to it.
Cool.
Including cocktails, lest we forget.
Demon ichor, here it is, yes.
Gets a real fucked
Episode 2, go back. What am I rolling?
You are rolling. I think it's actually. Oh, I know. Wisdom saving throw, please.
That is a 5.
Then it fails.
Yep.
We found their weakness.
Just say.
Yeah.
I think.
Is that when you say, and so's your mum?
No, I think it's like assuming that I have a tiny bit of control over
Yes.
my tail.
You do.
Which has like a little like kind of, it's not a stinger, but it has
Yep.
like a little icy spike at the end of it. And just kind of saying to it, how does it feel that you don't even have the best stinger in the room? Just like kind of doing it in my head, just
2d4
like this,
damage, come on.
waggling my tail. Yeah, the monster amount of 2d4 damage. 7! Woo!
Not bad. It looks very upset.
Oh, good.
There's a little...
I don't like it.
Perigal, what would you like to do? The one in front of you has been bombarded by tiny Keldons to death.
Thank you, Tiny Keldons. I will.
Who canonically don't talk but do smile.
Notice that the one remaining one.
Yes.
So like, oh no, and my no was turned into my all the dead bells.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw again?
Yes, please.
Fuck's sake. That's a 14. It's not enough, is it? No, didn't think so.
2d12.
Already taken damage, right?
Nice.
Fuck it up.
Gang up and believe the dogs.
Believe the dogs.
That's cocked. 7.
7 points of damage. It's still alive. Keldon,
No.
what would you like to do?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Oh, well.
kick it.
Does it take damage on its turn?
No, it's on its turn.
On its turn.
I shall just Sacred Flame the small dog thing. It must make a... Oh gosh, that's a dexterity saving throw.
No. Rolled a 5. It's not enough.
That is 13 points of damage.
Yeah, with the mockery, the necrotic bell tolling, and the just it sort of like crunches in on itself a little bit and just collapses into pieces. Oh look whose turn it is.
It's fine, everyone. We've got all of them.
Another encounter completed.
It's still my turn. I haven't moved or taken a bonus action.
Fair.
So hold your horses. Did anyone notice that none of those grew arrows?
Judah fell. He's coming back up.
I run to the bridge,
Look down, Judah's coming up.
Gently.
and I'm going to.
Gently.
I'm just going to
Carefully.
stand and hold my axe
Yep.
because I can now see anything invisible within.
30 feet.
I'm just going to stand there.
And as Judah flies up and all of that is about to happen, we're going to take a short break.
I go first.
No, please.
Join us again in 5 minutes when Toby gets back from the loo. Bye everyone. And we're back with Agents of the Nine Hells. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we are still in initiative. The party is still in combat. You have largely defeated...
I thought we stepped out. No,
We think we're out of
Did we step
combat.
out of
Yeah.
initiative?
We're just like,
No. All of you
Great.
think the combat's over,
Oh,
but outside... Watch the first half. Judah's having a really bad time of it.
Found a new friend.
Found a new friend.
Judah.
As you fly straight... As you fly straight up, you don't see the attacks coming.
I
And
can't
for-
be surprised.
But you still don't see them coming.
Okay.
It's just
Well, I know where they're
oh,
going to go.
shit.
I know where they're gonna go.
Into my body.
Just get really tense.
Hang on, you can't be surprised. Does that mean I can't
That's gonna be
hide from you?
difficult.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm just telling you what it says.
Can you read me the exactities on your longbow of warning, please?
Okay. So, and this goes to all of us. This magic weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical seed.
Cool, can't be surprised is an in-game term that doesn't apply to sneak attack rolls. As you're flying up, 3 arrows impact, well, hopefully into your side. We'll find out.
How the tables have tabled.
Does a 16 hit you?
No, but it's very, very close to hitting.
Then the other 2 do, that's fine.
Yeah.
1 arrow goes past you, but 2 more just embed themselves into your side because you're flying straight up.
oh, now Judah's growing arrows.
Now Judah started growing arrows. What's it like? You take, a sneak attack applies on this. Ooh.
This is such a strange thing in that, like, we're all in character very sad this is happening, but also, Matt, you've not taken one fucking hit this whole campaign, and all the players are like, yeah.
I made it halfway through a campaign without taking a point of damage.
You take 23 points of
Okay.
piercing damage.
Okay.
That's
Instead
nothing,
of, like,
right?
we're where we were, right? I can't see
You are.
this.
You can't see
Yeah.
it. No. Keldon is. You are currently 60 feet away, watching Judah get speared by 2 arrows.
I'm looking to...
How? No, it's fine.
I'm almost blooded.
As Judah comes flying up, you see 2 arrows come out of the building that you're in, and then the creature uses, but way lower down.
Yeah.
No. There's
Uses
something down.
its cunning
I've lost count.
action.
There's something down below. That appears to be making Judah grow arrows.
Can we look?
It's was no initiative.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, and then it uses its bonus action to hide. You don't know where it is. Andreas, it's your turn.
Really? Okay. So, can I sort of start going down the stairs? Try and find this.
There are no stairs going down. There's a curving stairway going up that Carianth was leading you towards, but they've teleported out. There are no stairs going down that you can see. There are doors at this level going off into the building, but you don't know where you're going. And you also don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah, I mean, I just know that Keldon said there's something down below.
Yep.
That's shooting Judah.
Keldon didn't say there was anything shooting Judah.
Making Judah grow arrows was the term.
Yes, that was the term that was used.
It's our euphemism for shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so I can't see an obvious route to go down.
You could roll a survival check to try and find your way down the inside of this building, but you are a long way up. You don't know where this creature is. You might just be running off into the middle distance.
That's what I do.
So you, seeing Keldon on the bridge, run into one of these doors at this level and just start making your way, trying to make your way down?
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check.
Ever forward.
Even if that's technically backwards and down.
Roll me a survival check.
With advantage, because it's my favourite terrain.
Yes, it is.
It's high, over 20.
Excellent. You run through a side door, and this whole building, again, it's abandoned and parts of it have collapsed. You do find a stairway you can start going down and starting to scope out what's going on, but you don't know where this creature is. But Andreas runs off through a doorway.
It's 22. I suspect I may die from this. I've got a feeling.
It's entirely possible.
Andreas has run off through a door and found some stairs and is making his way down. What's your total? You dash 60 feet, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you're not dashing as a survival check. You're moving quickly.
And it was 22. Oh, and now I'm on my own, so I believe I can do the stealthy thing.
Cool, roll me a stealth check.
Oh, was the foot thing just a joke? I thought that was Chris being legit hard.
Oh, no, you're right. You can only move 25 feet because you've cut your foot.
But it was...
Sorry, but you know, just like...
It was this.
It was canon.
Grass.
It's canon.
I mean,
That also means he's running away less fast.
It was with my blood axe, so would I get the hit points back that I took off my foot?
No, you have to kill yourself to get the hit points back.
Might be worth it. Okay, cool. It's a natural 20 on the stealth.
Okay.
We're gonna follow you.
He's leaving a bloody footprint. I mean, it's...
Follow the bits of toenail.
Andreas runs off down a corridor trying to find his way down to help. Judah, make a wisdom saving throw at the top of your turn. You're still cursed.
So this is this lasts for 6 rounds, is it?
10 rounds.
10 rounds. It's 19.
19. You can act on this turn. What would you like to do?
How far away am I from these guys now?
60 foot.
I double move into the building
Okay.
and bonus action hide.
Just fly straight up and then it just up against the wall.
I'm trying to figure out whether this being is singling me out or whether it wants to attack all of us. And if it wants to attack all of us, I'm quite happy for it to spread love.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, that's cold, lovely. Yeah, that's a 9 now, but that's 22.
22. Cool. Julie just flies and just flies up into this quite tall room and is just hiding in the rafters.
I'm cursed.
Okay.
And I can speak, right? But I could speak as I went by.
You can, yes.
I will say...
Does Judah maintain the voice when panicked?
Well, as we found out, previously, he talks with a southern accent for some reason.
Yeah. Really excited.
How am I going to get this across? Crazy flying fiendish assassin!
That's you, Judah.
Fluster, it's
If
your
someone made something to attack you.
Fluster, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I will stick my head out to look if I can see.
Cool. Roll me a perception check.
anything.
2 arrows appear in your head.
I think it's a 20.
A 20. Looking down
Yes.
at the bridge and the face of the building that you are on, you see nothing.
There's nothing down there.
That is your action.
Fuck this!
You just stay there.
I can't see anything. But
Cool.
then I have also seen you sprout arrows. So
I've got
I know there is
as you saw
something
me go by, you'll have seen that there'll be a decent amount of blood come from the wounds that I've taken.
Monsoon, what would you like to do?
I would like to bonus action hide, please.
Cool. Roll me a stealth check.
Don't roll good stuff. That's okay.
So 19.
19. You also slink into the shadows of this room. It is a dark room. Like, there's not much light in Hades. Very anemic sun.
I try not to take it personally every time you say anemic. I'm like, oh,
Sorry. Monsoon, what are you up to?
Was that me? Sorry.
Yes, your turn.
Did I even see Judah come
Shoot
in and
past?
hide?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I definitely saw the moment before you hid. And there was the shout of there is still something.
Mm-hmm.
I think knowing that this is kind of an impotent thing to do, just like shout it. I'm not gonna. Am I? Yeah, screw it. I've never actually used this spell yet, so not in game anyway.
Mhm.
I'm going to, provided that I can, cast Sending.
To whom?
Cariant.
Okay.
Just going. You're not going to get your fucking souls if you just leave us here with whatever the shit's here.
What?
I think they will.
Well, I'm kind of having to hope that if we're far away enough when people die, doesn't get to do like a capture thing beforehand. So I will impotently cast Sending to Carianth, and then I'll just do what everyone else seems to be doing, and I'll just hide.
Hide in this room.
Yeah.
Lovely. Run the stealth check.
Let's see if this one's nice to me.
Can you bonus action hide?
Oh no, you can't bonus action hide, so no.
Oh, of course. Yeah, sorry, I'm not that kind of person.
One of those hiding people.
In that case, I just stand exactly where I am in full view.
But you are still inside the building.
Yes.
Fine.
I
What?
forgot I haven't lost concentration. So everyone's getting +10 on their stealth.
Cool.
Is it?
No, they're
is it
not.
a
They have
distance
to be
thing?
within 10 feet of you, so you do, but no one else does. Of course. Lovely. Perigal.
I'm gonna go over to the door, which Andres just disappeared through, and just sort of like look through and just be like, Andres.
Andreas rolled a very high stealth check. You can't see Andreas.
There is a veil of shadows and silence
he's gone
radiating
anyway, but-
from me.
I'm just sort of questioning me like. I can't see, but I'm sure it's really cool.
Are you passing without trace while also passing with a trace?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That is canon. Good. Right. You doing any casting spells or anything?
No.
You use an action to try and perceive Andreas? It's kind of pointless.
Well, I mean, I
32,
presume I open the door
Yeah.
and there are some stairs. Like, I'm not going to go far enough as he would have.
It's
travelled,
not
so
a
there's
door.
no-
It's just it's a doorway,
Okay.
and there's a corridor going along the side of the building. Then you do see a stairwell.
See the spots of blood.
See spots of blood leading towards the stairwell.
Oh.
He rolled a 32. Do you see
Um,
anything?
I will.
You see the spots of blood.
I will turn back and be like.
Atmospherically more nice.
Is that what we're?
You turn round. It's just Monsoon. It's Monsoon and Kelvin.
Just shout down the corridor and tell them to come back.
Okay. Andreas, maybe return if you want. Just
Just tell them Judah's back.
Judah's back.
Oh!
Are you coming back?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. It's not your turn, so you know.
Staying hidden there.
Stay hidden. That's fine. Kelvin, what are you doing?
Can I sense anything invisible?
Within 30 feet? No.
Well, we were going to go up the stairs. We're going up the stairs.
Cool. You start going up the curving stairs on the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's probably the right way.
As you head up towards the top of the stairway, there is another building that has sort of fallen at a slight angle to this one. You can climb across to get to it, and you don't. Cariant's not there, so you don't know if that's the right way. But
No, who cares about fucking carry-on?
okay.
Let's go. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll stop.
Right at the end of Keldon's turn,
I also forgot I'm still poisoned, I believe.
you roll things at disadvantage. That's right.
Yeah, which I didn't. Although I think maybe I get advantage in my terrain.
You don't get advantage on
Well,
stuff.
there's double proficiency. There's a lot of stuff.
Would you like to roll it again?
Less, still over 20.
How much over 20?
24.
Mhm.
I think 22. No, it's definitely not 24. 28.
28.
Yes.
Rubbish.
32 turns into a 28.
Okay.
Spirit Guardians is still active for the next 10 minutes.
That's cool. We're going to go out of initiative.
Yes!
Yeah.
We might go back into it though.
Yeah.
Won't be a nat 1.
I'm
Probably.
following Kelvin up the stairs.
Okay, Andreas, you
This
enter
is
back into
way
the room.
we're-
It's fine.
we're going.
So is the plan just keep on walking?
Well,
Did carry out the reply?
Nope. Didn't really expect them to. So
Yeah.
I think the plan is climbing, actually.
Do you know what was it?
Why am I speaking like this?
Maybe trying to be quiet.
Judah, what was it?
It was like a fiendish version of me. But with some cool darkness shit. Which I want.
Well, maybe you can have it once we've climbed across this thing.
Maybe if we just leave, it'll leave us alone.
I think we should hunt the hunter.
Why don't we let it hunt us and then just kill it when it gets close enough?
Yes, good idea.
I do think we need to draw it out.
If we can just try and be really sneaky and get through to the yugoloths, surely that is ideal. We do not want to have to fight it if we do not have to.
Yes, let's just try and be really sneaky. Clank, 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 clank.
Excellent.
Together on our hooves.
Are you all joining Keldon at the top of this curved staircase where there's a way forward?
Hiding.
I'm going to second wind.
Sure, go for it.
And do that. So.
I'm also very paranoid that this is specifically about Judah.
Sure.
So when I come out of hiding,
Yes.
I am watching the environment
Mhm.
to see if anything changes when Judah comes out of hiding.
Nothing changes.
Okay. Well, I'm watching.
Okay. Here's how we can do this, and it's up to you how you want to do it. Either your passives against the creature's stealth check, or you could all roll and take the roll instead.
I think I would prefer to roll personally.
Okay.
Because I'm sure we won't win with passive.
Yeah, surely rolling is always better, especially with
No, because a passive is the average that you'll roll.
So is it? But if we're each rolling, I mean, if there's like 4 people rolling, are you going to take the average of that 4, or are you going to?
No.
You still got an
24?
I do.
24, thank you.
Is it still within 10 minutes, isn't it?
Is
Okay,
it-
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just-
I'll
Was
roll,
it a
yeah.
perception
I wasn't
check?
going to.
Yes, please. If you'd like to, or you can use your passive.
Am I still poisoned?
Yes.
I'm gonna passive it.
What is your
Keldon, I
passive?
feel sick.
How
16.
Thank you.
how sick?
I feel woozy since the scorpion dog roach.
Can I roll a medicine check on Andreas?
Yep.
22.
Andreas is poisoned. Is anyone else rolling a perception check?
25.
25.
Also
How-
22.
How long will it take for the poison to... Roll 22. How long will it take for the poison to leave his system naturally?
1 hour, and while he's poisoned like this, he can't be cured of his wounds.
Oh.
That is potentially problematic.
I haven't told you that.
It was Grace saying it, but
You said it in your French accent. I wouldn't say anything that would panic anyone.
that is potentially problematic.
What was your
Perception is 24.
24?
Am I rolling disadvantage on the perception check?
You're about to get healed, so...
Oh!
No. Is he about to get healed?
Yes.
Yay.
I will lesser restoration you.
Oh. What does that do?
You're
Just
not poisoned anymore.
No. Thank you, Keldon. I feel better now.
Yes.
Can you roll me the perception check, or tell me what your passive
Could
is?
I get a little bit of heal as well? I'm 22 down at the moment.
No, you'll be fine.
I rolled a 10.
Which means which is exactly what your passive is.
However,
Yes.
Natural Explorer, in my favourite terrain type, I double my proficiency skill when I make an in or wisdom check related to it. So if this counts as that,
I'm going to say it does. Go on.
cool. So it doubles the 4, I guess. It would be 19.
19. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, that's fine. Good to know.
I think I hear Keldon say to Judah, "You'll be fine."
Yes, you do.
I just kind of lean over and just go, "Yeah, you'll be fine, mate," and just tap. And I'd like to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Fine.
Do not.
You've done it. You've done it.
It's a waste of a
Monsoon
third
does.
level spell.
It's not up to
I
you.
could cure 22 points of hit points with 1.
Yes,
Yeah, but you said he was going to be fine.
He's got 86 hit points.
Well, now he's
81.
going to have some more. Oh, not a bad roll. That's 21.
Cool.
You regain?
Yeah, I'm 1 down now. Thank you.
I imagine Emma was waiting for him to get to below half so that they
I'm
could
managing
do
resource.
Yeah.
But also, if
But
we got
like,
attacked, you were going to need those fucking hit points, so it all
Also, if
round makes
Monsoon,
sense.
if Monsoon heard that, no way would Monsoon
No.
not.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Monsoon, as we are discovering, is a bit of a sap who does not necessarily strategize.
100%.
Wow.
You are all now at the top of the curved staircase, and you can see that there's what probably was a window at one point, but isn't, and there's another building leaning against this building. There is about a 5 to 10 foot gap straight down, but you could go up the inside of this building and climb higher. You have no sign of Carianth.
Wait. We don't have to go over the gap though, right?
You do have to go over the gap.
We do have to go over the gap.
It's just
Yes.
a 5-foot jump, everyone can do that.
No, but the gap. There's a gap right there.
Yeah,
How
but you
wide
can
is
jump
the
5 foot.
5 to 10 foot.
Well, someone can jump
quite
over it
far.
with a rope, and then there'll be a rope.
I will do this. I believe I have a rope in my central.
Yes!
Wings.
Do you have a rope? Where's your level 1?
I feel like we could just give Judah a rope.
Yes, I forgot, much like the hooves.
Yeah, but how strong are you, Judah? Do you think you'll be able to hold it at the other end?
Is there something to tie it?
Yeah, building.
What would you mean
Good plan.
building?
Well, there's bits of building you can tie it to. It's totally fine.
I'm
building.
so pleased
Bits
you
of
travelled this,
building.
Judah.
Need detail, Chris. Need detail.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a concrete pilaster that has been sheared in half over time. It is still cracked, but you can probably tie a rope around it perfectly fine.
That's beautiful.
You're welcome.
This rope, Judah. Miracle. I bet you 1 gold that as soon as he flies out there, he grows some arrows.
Are we doing like stealth on that to see if everyone hears, or is it that bad in world?
Just
Easy money.
Hello, Judah. I think I just did gambling.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
just one end of it though. We'll keep the other ends. It's a rather pointless plan.
And like pitons and stuff. probably.
Pitons. Now, this is important. You can't be surprised. Good to know.
Flies out. Oh shit.
It means I don't get a surprise round. That is important.
Good.
I am
Very, very
looking
good.
out to see if anything
I'm
happens.
watching as well.
I have your perception
I
rolls.
feel
These
like
carry.
Who would like to tie this end of the rope round this end of the thing? Because I've got very large hands.
I'm fairly nimble with these things.
Yeah, tie the rope. It's perfectly fine. You don't need to roll a check on it. This is perfectly easy to tie at both ends.
Can you do the axe thing?
It's already up.
Nothing within 30 feet.
It's
And
only
the
for
other
30
side.
feet, Judah. If they're flying a miles away, I can't feel them or see them.
This creature
hear
also
them.
didn't fly.
But it didn't have wings. It's not that, Judah.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
fly.
I thought it was.
No, it fell.
Just jumped,
And then
yeah.
it teleported above.
If it helps, I can't see anything either.
Very cool. Very cool.
We are all watching.
Literally,
watch.
like.
You'll be fine. I kept all of my spells for healing.
I noticed. Yeah.
Resource management,
Right.
Judah.
To give this the least opportunity to fire at me, or the hardest ability check,
Yes, mate.
I will actually run from back there.
So you're running. Do a
I'll
running
run
jump.
and fly across and then just land on the other side.
Cool. You fly across land on the other side.
Okay.
No attacks.
Damn! I go parable 1 gold coin.
I don't know if I can accept this. That doesn't seem. Is that right? That doesn't seem.
Take the fucking money.
I've removed it.
You wouldn't want to make Andreas not a man of his word.
No, God, no, of course not.
Andreas
no,
Doros is a man of his word.
Good.
Judah, as you fly across the gap and you're in the building collapsed on the other side,
Yeah.
it's again this sort of strange, what we would term an apartment block, but you don't know what that is. So it's just these quite sort of segregated rooms, and a lot of the walls are broken through. There is a clear path through this building because a lot of the inside walls and pieces holding this building up are broken or collapsed, so you can see a path through this to the other side of the building, but it is at a very odd angle.
Does it look passable?
It looks like there's a way through, yeah.
Excellent. Who wants to climb across this rope first?
I will do it.
Yeah, I tie the rope before somebody gets on it.
Cool.
Remember me!
Judah, as the rope is tied, and you look around this room, you suddenly realise that one bit of the wall is this creature just staring at you, and it's taken its mask off.
My hand starts to go back to the gold coin.
You look directly into its eyes as you scan this room. Can you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Charisma?
Charisma!
What I'm really good at.
Yep.
17?
Cool. You are fine. You and I both need to roll initiative. Just to see who goes first on this.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone else, it's just very quick.
This episode is just Chris being mean to Matt.
I love it. It's great.
Oh, do you want to keep that?
Yes.
I hit the floor.
I'm going to be honest, I would have picked that up and rolled it again.
Then do
So
it.
I will be honest about that.
Thank you.
That is very honourable. It was this one, so.
Oh, I 14. 19.
As you look around, it doesn't get a surprise round. Right, what am I going to do?
It's like my wasp.
I'm assuming, is this kind of largely out of sight of us? Or
Because it's going to because the initiative's only between the people in the combat encounter, it's going to happen just the two of them, and then by the end of the turn it'll be gone.
Oh yeah, this is just to even see it happen.
You will see Judah go, "Whoop!" and then shit will go down.
Can you say what, please, Matt?
What?
Not a very Judah-like.
Yeah. But somebody said, can Matt say it?
Oh.
So Judah would be like,
Whoa! Your AC, does a 23 beat your AC?
oh, amazingly, no, yes, it does, yes.
Just to be clear, I can see Judah.
You can. 16. What was a good one?
Just to be clear, Calvin's the only one with 20 plus
20, 31 plus 8. So you take 39 points of... Okay.
How much?
So you take all of it.
I can only take one hit. How many attacks did you roll?
3.
Well,
3 arrows.
You should have split them up.
I will take some of it as well.
I will take the biggest hit.
The biggest hit is a 12. You taking some as well?
I can take up to 10.
Okay, so you take 10, you take 12, which means, Matt, you only take 39 minus 12, 17. No.
How could 12 be the hardest out of 3 and 39?
Sneak attack.
Yeah, 17. That's correct.
And at the end of it, as the 3 arrows hit you, it just steps back into the shadows and you have no idea where it is. We're now out of initiative again.
Judah, I really do think maybe it might be a good idea if we resume.
I'm going to run across the rope.
Yeah, I'm also
Like,
crossing.
sorry, well, this is...
The two of you have now crossed and are in the room.
I would like to also get
Like
over.
a slack line, like run across it.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Fuck it, I'm fucking fluster. That's what I do. I just fucking did it.
As you run across, you think you catch the faintest sound of a footstep
Where?
above you.
How high are the ceilings?
About 10 foot up.
Can I run into the room
Sure, yeah.
and just run around? Because if it's 10 feet ceilings and it's above, it will be within my spirit guardians.
You'll also go to sense it with the axe.
Yes.
Can you make me an athletics check to get across the gap?
Nobody else made checks to get across the gap.
Well, we're doing that in a second.
Oh yeah.
Should we all do it?
Yes,
So we'll
athletics or
do
acrobatics to use the rope to get across the
checks.
gap if everyone's going across, please.
25.
25, you're
Oh,
fine.
shit.
I'm just going to wait here
Okay, fine.
Sec.
That's fine.
17.
17, you're fine as well.
Acrobatics. 18.
You're fine.
13. I ran.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Love to. Cool.
Oh no.
You do have massive pluses.
Oh, saving throw. Oh, this is the lag here. 14.
Featherfall. If it looks like someone's genuinely going to fall, featherfall.
Yeah, or a grab. I rolled a 25.
Yeah, to get across. If there's kind of a mad dash across, which is what this sounded like, you two went first.
Mm-hmm.
So Andreas and Fluster just pelted across the rope to help Judah, and Fluster just and starts to fall. You casting Featherfall?
Yeah, if it looks like Fluster's falling, yeah.
Cool. You cast Featherfall. Fluster falls out.
I have rope right.
Fluster is falling 60 feet in every 6 seconds.
God damn it, yeah, that's fair.
Am I able to get a quick, or not?
No, you all boiled across too quickly. This wasn't like a slow, methodical, someone's there to catch
I'm
it.
also quite sort of...
Are you still going across?
One thing at a time.
I think Grace might be about to cast fly.
I'm going to cast fly.
Okay. These are all actions, they all take time, that's why I'm checking. Are you waiting for Fluster to cast fly, or are you just going across?
I know Fluster can cast fly.
Okay.
You can always cast fly, can't you? Like it's not like
out of spell slots.
But you,
Yeah.
I know that you haven't cast anything
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I'm just going to pelt across and try and catch things in the room.
Cool. You catch a faint glimpse, 30 feet radius. You catch a faint glimpse of something moving on the floor above and try and run underneath it. As you do, because you're quite loud and no one's rolling stealth checks, the creature pegs it to a corner of the room.
If it starts its turn in 15 feet of me, it needs to make a saving throw.
That's based on initiative-based things, and this is out of that.
I've got the spell up. If it's in the radius, it needs to make a saving throw.
Is there a line of sight with it or anything like
No,
that?
if it's in the radius, it needs to make a saving throw.
Okay, I'll make a saving throw.
I specifically cast a spell that lasts for 10
Manages
minutes.
to get within range.
That's... What kind of saving throw am I making?
Wisdom.
That is a 12.
No, that fails.
Okay.
Its movement is halved.
Okay.
That's good. Do you want us to roll initiative or anything? Because it
No.
feels like it's going to
No.
get right. Okay.
14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. It takes 14 damage and then it winks out.
Can I run across now?
Yeah.
Because I've totally forgotten, in character of course, that you can cast fly. I like as I go across, I'm shouting, Judah, Fluster! There's someone who I've remembered can fly,
Right.
and someone who is falling, who as far as I'm concerned can't fly.
You're falling 6 feet around, but you can cast fly.
Cast fly and
Fly back up.
yeah. How far have I fallen before I managed to cast?
Well, it's around 60 feet.
60 feet. It's 80 foot speed for fly, right? As far as I recall. I will check. If no one, I thought you nerds would know off the top of your head, but fine, don't, whatever. It's 60
Sorry,
feet.
cool kid.
60 feet.
Yeah,
Yes, you can fly back in.
Yeah, materialise in a cloud of...
That was a drill. Drill.
That was very quick thinking. Thank you.
Right, back at you.
I've got an arrow notched at this point.
Yeah, it's fine.
Scanning.
You're ready. You have a ready action, that's fine.
It was upstairs, it's not anymore.
Do we keep going?
It's not where I heard it. Anymore.
I think we keep going, but I don't think we run across any more bridges. Even if anyone is in danger.
Unless it's me or Judo, I guess.
No, not if anyone is in danger. We have limited spell resources. We travel carefully.
Is Paragirl still on the other side?
Yes.
Paragirl,
Oh, hi.
how can we
Oh,
help
God.
you get over this side?
Just imagining a
May I offer you a hand?
Terrible.
How will that help exactly?
Well,
I can fly, so if you walk across, I can walk alongside you
That's
with a hand.
right. Oh
Does
dear.
that seem fair?
Balancing is just not my. I mean, balancing is not the balancing.
Alright,
I'm
well,
not a
you can call and I will.
I don't know
If
I
you
can
fall on
call
me, I
it.
will just fall.
Well, if we've got two people who can fly, one in each hand.
I don't want to cause anyone any inconvenience.
You're within 30 feet of Matt, so this applies to the bow. Can you roll me initiative, please?
Called it.
Synthetic 20.
Oh.
You get an inkling that it's behind you. You have an action, it is your turn.
Turn round.
You can't see it.
I turn around and I can't see it.
No.
I go. Ah!
I'm looking at Perigol while this
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah,
no,
same.
you can see through the doorway at Perigol. It's not in the doorway.
It's coming. It's going to get
No,
me. If I cross, it will get me.
You get a strange like back of your head from Judah's bow, but you don't know that's what it is, that
Yeah.
you know it's there.
Yeah. Feels very much like I'm just being very paranoid.
Perigol, I think in this moment, if you do not cross, you're in more danger than if you do.
6-second turn, show me what you're doing.
I'm gonna cross very slowly. I'm okay. I'm gonna. Come here. Are you there? Are you
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You're so sweaty!
I'm sorry. Oh, it's all so sexy. I didn't expect it. You're so stressed, Charming. It's okay.
Shamini, athletics or acrobatics to
Yeah.
cross. If Fluster's coming over to help you, you can have advantage on the roll.
And that's the thing is I can't roll athletics if I'm trying to balance because it's not what that is. So
You can
You're
roll
engaging
athletics
your core.
or acrobatics.
I can. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll roll that.
You've got to engage your core and those muscles, which means
Okay. I'll sweat Okay. Oh, okay. 19.
you have advantage because you have.
Oh, do I? Okay. Not better than 19.
You just very quickly, with Fluster guiding you, guide us and with the others. Nothing happens.
Felt like it was behind me. I just sort of felt like maybe it was there. Maybe. I
No,
just sort of felt like it might have been.
That will be the bow.
You did some damage to it, right?
I did.
Yeah. Is there some blood where it would have been standing?
It was above.
Above.
No, but it just appeared over there. So is there some?
You don't know.
It's in a different. That was a different.
It's now in the room you were just in somewhere, and it's not like turned up and gone hello. It's just it's hiding somewhere in the room, and you have no idea where it is.
Okay.
It's not within 30 feet. It's now very aware of that being an issue.
I hide.
Cool, on my stealth check.
I think the only thing we can do is keep going.
Yeah, I get a sense that's.
I do not hide.
No, what Andreas does do is sort of crouch up next to the wall, like no one can see me.
Right.
I would like to.
Actually, it's 19.
Okay, you are quite well hidden.
I can still see you.
I'd like to reach into my pocket
Mhm.
because Perigol looks so terrified.
I'm cross now.
And I recently did something for just this occasion, and I assume I can still see them, and I've forgotten that Perigol can't. I get out the 7 humbugs that I was given by Muriel, and Perigol, what about?
She's
Oh,
holding nothing.
What?
Oh God! And I just like throw the humbugs on the floor.
They scatter across the floor.
Why do they still look real? I don't get it.
One of them scatters across the floor, and as it scatters across the floor beneath it just slowly like just bends. Like the floor here is not stable.
How is it not real? And yet, wait, I don't get anything about this place.
Did you just throw something not existent at the floor, and the floor started to move?
I threw some of the humbugs from Muriel because I thought they were still real.
It's real to you.
That's useful information, though. That bit of floor is not stable.
Yes, sir. They were meant to be comforting. Sorry.
I know we're not in initiative,
We're not.
but can I equivalent ready in action to just attack this thing if I see it?
Yeah, but it's in 5 feet of you.
Right.
It's the thought that
Ignore me.
counts, and that was such a nice thought.
You should be rolling wisdom saving throws to do anything every time you need to do something. Technically.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Would we not have waited long enough in the other thing?
Oh, it lasts a minute. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine now. Yeah.
Okay.
We need to make a plan for going through this.
Everyone stay calm.
I'm calm.
I'm not.
How can we make you calmer?
There's probably, to be honest, I'll pretend to be calm. That's about as good, isn't it?
Fake it till you make it.
Sometimes
Yes,
that is
yes.
the best way.
Very, very sensible.
I think
Also,
like,
deep breaths.
I think sort of like very low down, plus sort of hesitates for a moment and then like and just sort of squeezes.
See,
Or
I'm totally calm.
friends. Friends works too.
I'm happy to roll deception as well, because I'm really good at it.
Absolutely fine. If you want to, I'm not going to stop you, but
I'm gonna make an insight roll.
I think
If people are rolling insight. That's a nat 20 plus 13.
But
I
you've
believe
already told us that you're faking it.
yes, but
Then it looks
she's faking it amazingly.
looks so real.
Right. We need to make our way to the tallest skyscraper, tower thing, and or I could locate creature on the yugoloths that I saw.
We know where it will be. We know that it will be at the top of the tallest tower.
Can we see the tallest tower?
You're currently inside a partially collapsed building. No.
My passive perception is 20. If it's sort of loosely around, I will be able to see it.
If you look through the building, which you can look through, it's quite a wide building, think like an office block. But as you look through it, you can see more towers on the far side. One could be super tall.
Maybe one of those ones over there could be very tall. I don't know.
but we should just keep going until Carrier turns up again.
We may as well.
Is there not something?
They must reappear eventually. They wanted to take us somewhere.
If it walks, I could track it, but it magics.
Does also walk.
I track it.
How?
Well, yeah, no, it magics.
Roll me a survival check to try and track where it was in the room. Give Judah points out where it was in the room.
So this is back in the... Well,
No, it was in this building as well.
but it also teleported or somehow made it over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's point... Like, okay. I'll roll the dice.
I don't suppose we have 10 minutes to spare, do we?
Substantially high roll.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's trying to kill us.
What is it, survival?
Yes, please. And you're in your favourite tray.
So that's a 27.
As you head over to the point that Judah points out where it was, next to some stairs going up, all at an odd angle because this building is partially collapsed, you do see sort of scuffings in the floor and almost like claw prints.
Scuffings.
Claw prints.
Oh yes, that too.
And first, do you want the gold coin back?
What? It hasn't been shot yet.
He has. Been shot 3 times.
I look over at
That
Judah.
was before the bet.
No,
After
the bat.
After.
Just after you gave me a gold coin, 3 arrows magically appeared in Judah.
Well, I said as soon as he came out, like while crossing. That's when I was hoping. I mean, suspecting.
Are you walking across the collapsed building, being careful of the floor?
Yes.
Really careful.
I'll still
So careful.
hold your hand if Fluster's letting it be held.
Only just in case you fall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, only one of us can fly.
Don't fall.
As you make your way across this building, it does take some time, because if you're doing it slowly, I will say that you're not going to fall through the floor, but it will be slow and testing the ground, and you are slowly pushing through this building, and you get to the far side. And as you get to the far side, you see that a good portion of this building has literally fallen away. And you're now standing looking down on other floors of it beneath you, and above you it looks like there are others going back up, but looking out, you are now looking across Khin-Oin, and you can see the very, very tall tower in the centre is ahead of you. There's no obvious route from here to get to it, but you are standing on the edge of this building looking out, and it's close. 2 to 3 streets away, if there were streets here, which there aren't.
Do our perception checks to look for the
Creature still
assassin
count?
stand?
Yes.
Okay.
You do not see the assassin. A survival check from your ranger might find you a way to climb down a little, or might find a route potentially.
Which way do we go?
Go for it.
It's not the kind of thing I'd do without being told them.
Which way?
It is.
It's a natural one. It's that way.
You can't see any route. Like, half of this building has literally shorn off and disappeared, presumably fallen down to the ground. You can't see it. There is another large building ahead of you, and you can see behind that large building is this very, very tall tower. It's very thin, very spindly. Although looking at it, now that you're a bit closer, has a slightly knobbly texture to it.
That way's up.
Yes, I think definitely it's up. Because it's hell. The abyss. And gravity.
We have been Hades.
Differently. That one, yes.
I don't think our ranger knows what plane we're in.
I don't think our ranger knows which way is up.
Yeah.
We need to go down in order to get up. That's the idea.
Up to go down. To go up.
Go down, down.
You could potentially try and climb down some of this bit, or try and go inside and try and find your way up. Looking above, the bits of this building do seem to be connected to other buildings, so there are ways around, but from where you are right now, there is no way across.
Can I roll a perception check to try and see?
It would be a survival check to try and work out how to make your way through
Can I
this
roll a
maze.
survival check?
Yes.
With guidance. I'm specifically asking Amata to try and help me.
Of course.
The guidance drops the spirit guardians, but I'm assuming it's near the end of 10 minutes anyway.
It will
Can
be
I
soon, yes.
help you so that we look together?
Yeah, I'd
And
say
then you
so.
roll with
Yeah.
advantage.
Amata, now would be a particularly good time for you to help me. Sinners,
What?
hunters.
Definitely this way.
Roll it again, I'll take it, I don't mind.
I'm going to just chuck this one here. That was a 19.
I saw.
So that's 22 add 5, 27.
You can see how 3 floors above you.
Specifically Amata. I want Amata to guide this.
Okay. As you look around blankly, there's a faint gust of wind sort of under your chin that makes you sort of look up. And as you look up, you can see there is a chain connecting about 3 floors above here, this building to the one between you and the tallest tower. It is literally just a quite large chain strung between 2 buildings.
It did say chain.
You're right.
It did say chain.
It was up.
I know.
So sorry.
Oh, Jane.
I touched you.
Right.
We're going to have to climb. Or fly. Or any other combination of methods to get from here to there.
To get around, because this building has been sheared off in this way, you would be able to climb up the outside to where the chain is. You could go back across where you were to find internal stairs to make you up to where the chain is.
I can help anyone who will struggle to climb. It is not something that I find difficult.
I'm all right at climbing.
This thing attacked me when I was outside. Should we not go and find an internal way?
It attacked us inside as well.
It will keep attacking us. We
We have
just need to pounce on it.
Perhaps those of us who can fly at the moment keep. All we do is watch in case someone is attacked and falls. This is our only responsibility right now.
Right.
No one falls on our watch.
How
We
you-
often fall.
How are you
No
getting?
one falls.
How are you getting to the chain?
Gonna climb up the outside of the building.
You're looking at the outside of the building.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing? Are you sticking together?
Yeah, we're all going the same route.
Okay.
Gonna fly, just watching all the time.
You're going to fly
for anyone.
out.
I'm gonna fly like slightly below everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
just out a little enough that I can see everybody.
Mhm.
And if someone starts to fall, all I'm doing is concentrating on everyone else. If anyone looks like they're going to fall, I will be there to catch them with my -2 to strength.
Camp, we should tie a rope to each other.
I know this might sound like a ridiculous idea, and feel free to tell me if it does. However, Judah and Fluster, how would you feel about carrying something between you that was only a pound in weight? We would take a little bit of damage, just, when you do it, but it would mean that all of us were within something that couldn't get damaged, that nothing could hurt us through it, and between two people flying...
Only weighs 1 pound.
What if...
What if it attacks us? Then it's just us.
Yeah, I feel like that's quite a significant flaw in the plan.
But if it's attacking, it can't be moving as quickly as we're moving. If all we're doing is moving.
These folks they won't be able to get out for a minute, half an hour.
You could drop
Minute.
it. Can you cancel the effect?
No,
Oh.
it's just there for a minute.
Oh no, that doesn't seem. Oh dear, that seems tactically flawed.
We could fly straight to the tower.
I mean,
Like I say, just
If we weren't being attacked.
throwing the idea.
And Fluster, your cloak is brilliant, but as soon as you are hit,
It will fall.
and neither of you have you have some healing, but
I have
only
some healing.
a little.
I have 4 greater healing potions.
Also, it's a wizard of some sort. So,
You know,
you could cast some sort of spell to make one of you attack the other or something, and we'd all be in a big football.
do you think that everyone who casts any sort of magic is thus a wizard?
Yes.
I told him I was a wizard once and he believed me
Just
immediately. It's
checking the
some sort of-
definitions we're using.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
What
really
are
is a
you
wizard.
doing?
Are you saying you're not a wizard?
What are you doing?
Do you want to give it a shot?
I was just throwing it out there so we had alternatives. I'm calm about whatever we do.
Could
You seem calm.
I don't think it's a bad idea, apart from that we are currently under direct attack.
I could
Fair.
possibly break the sphere?
I don't think you can cast magic from inside.
You just can't cast magic from inside to go outside.
I could cast a disintegrate spell on the sphere.
Or just a spell. Could you
Oh yes, that's much easier.
save your
Oh, yes.
disintegrate?
I'm not
Yes,
sure
yes,
you
yes,
can.
magic
You can't
item.
dispel a magic item.
You can't spell magic item.
No.
Yeah.
I could disintegrate it.
Is it disintegratable? It's a bead of force.
It just says a sphere of transparent force. It doesn't say
Does it give any ways that it can specifically be broken?
no.
Then disintegrate wouldn't work on it.
I have a sphere which disintegrates.
Yes, it's very
That's why
specific.
I was
Yeah.
thinking. Never mind.
Knowing how fast I fly,
Yeah.
is that a doable distance in 1 minute?
What?
Yes, for you.
A minute.
60 foot
A minute
from me.
is too long.
I can fly 60 foot every 6 seconds.
We
How long does your fly spell last for?
I think it's 10. No, it's an hour, isn't
It's
it?
an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still
I will
active.
double
Yeah.
check.
You could put all of them in the sphere and fly like a billio.
I am even faster than you. It only weighs 1 pound.
I'm worried about the idea of us falling and watching the both of you die
Mhm.
from inside an impenetrable sphere as we fall towards the ground. This is the vision that's appearing in my mind at the moment.
60 seconds.
All
This
these
is
potions.
this is my
No.
catastrophizing.
Let's just
Even though
fine.
You can still stop us from being hit inside.
I can't.
Can you not?
It says that only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. So I think even inside and outside, you can't do stuff from inside.
Nope.
Also, even though it's impenetrable, it doesn't mean that if we do fall and land, we won't all die.
Oh,
inside the
Featherfall,
spell.
mate. Featherfall.
Can you
I'm not
cast
a wizard.
Featherfall
I
from the
can cast it on you.
inside on-
Yeah,
People
'cause
on the
it's-
inside of it, that's totally fine.
Just
Yes.
the people on the inside. So yeah, don't worry about that aspect. I get that there are a fair few other things to worry about, but don't worry about that one.
I've got get out of jail free cards. I have quite a few of them that I have not used.
Do you think that you could take on that creature that we have briefly seen for a minute by yourselves.
Have you succeeded so far?
I just feel if it's having to stop to attack, then we have the advantage of only moving.
It is powerful while it can ambush. If we are in the open,
This far it has teleported though, Judah. It isn't moving normally. It's teleporting.
Andreas has an idea.
okay.
If you summon the football of force and we carry it behind us and walk across the chain, it will not be able to hurt us because we will be defended by the football of force.
And then it comes from the bottom, and
We're using it as a shield.
It would have to
from one
attack us
direction.
like from a very specific angle.
Yes, but if it's down, how high is the chain?
The chain is a couple of floors above where you are now. Gauging the chain to the ground, which you can't even properly see because of the shearing of the building, 400 or 500 feet up.
So it will not be able to attack us from the ground. It's too far down.
We could put you and Perigal inside one and carry you, and Andreas and I could climb. But then I suppose if we fall,
what would be the point of two?
You
I'm sure
going
I can climb.
to-
I'm sure I can just climb up this
In a
lovely building.
absolute
just like a tree.
emergency, we fall. I cast Feather Fall. After a minute, it goes, and I've got. I don't know if I can do. I've got a few dimension doors under my belt.
I have got a thunder step. If worst comes to worst, I have got shield.
how far away is it? How far across is it?
The chain?
Yeah.
The chain going across is roughly 50 feet across.
Oh,
How
it's
far
really
is
not
it
that far.
to the tower?
You'd have to go across this next building, and then the tower you can see is coming up from behind that building. So the tower is now roughly 200 feet away from you.
It's only a couple of rounds.
You can't dimension door to the top of it, and dimension dooring inside it, you have no idea what's inside it.
Yeah.
But like even just flying you, that's like 3 rounds, just over 3 rounds.
To get to the tower, and then it is really tall.
But even if we get just to the bottom,
You'd have to go down then as well.
To the middle. We're going to the middle.
You're aiming for the middle of the tower. You can't see, I mean, the tower's there. There are some protrusions that look a bit like windows.
Judah, what do you think?
It sounds crazy, but the football idea sounds like a winner to me.
Shall we do it?
Only if everyone's alright with it.
let us.
I feel it will potentially lead to your deaths. I mean, I don't want to
I
be
agree.
rude, but that's just what I think will
That's
happen.
That's alright.
That's for the greater good, then alright. I suppose that's fine.
I'm not sure how to feel about the fact that one of my plans has got a less warm reaction than most of hell, but it's fine. I'm joking, Perigal, I'm joking.
It's a lot of tension.
Monsoon, what you
It's a lovely plan. I don't want to offend anyone's plans.
what you're currently asking of us is potentially to sit and watch our friends die while we're powerless to assist. And
It's one way of putting it. I'm just thinking in terms of if we move as fast as we can is what I'm thinking. Quickest route from A to B.
But B isn't safety. We don't have to reach somewhere where we'll be safe. We have a minute of ongoing danger during which a sort of poppy, sneaky thing can attack people, and we can't do anything for a minute wherever we are. Whether we're here, whether we're in midair, whether we're on the other building.
We can do what we can now. I could. Oh, no, I can't do it on both of you. I could cast haste on one of you. I could inspire both of you. Even more quick.
This thing didn't fly.
I could cast Mage Armor.
It teleports. If we bring down the chain and it can't teleport far enough to the building and we're flying,
It's 50 feet.
We do not know how far it can teleport.
It's a big chain. How big's the chain?
It Misty States.
It could disintegrate.
Fucking far as Misty States.
30 feet.
Cannot cross.
It may have other wizarding teleport spells.
Could teleport.
Perhaps.
It could teleport twice. It could teleport and then fall for a little while and then teleport again.
What
Let's fucking
would you
go.
like to do?
Let's put you in the ball. It's just.
I say,
your idea is wonderful, and if you have a good idea.
I say we
then-
bring down the chain, we put you in the ball, we peg it as fast as we can.
Let's do it.
Really?
Calvin,
Just
is that
one-
okay? Or not? But we need to make a decision because
I agree.
I'm
We
surprised
need
we haven't
to-
been shot by now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to move.
Look, how about I make one of you super quick and the other one I inspire, right?
I can travel 60 foot. 60 foot is my movement speed now, so I can travel really fucking far in a round.
You can, that is true.
Maybe super quick.
60,
Are you both wearing armor?
120.
If you cast a spell, a concentration
180,
spell, and then you're inside a bead of
360.
force, does
Mhm.
the concentration go?
No, you can maintain it.
I can cross that. I can cross.
You
that
can do
in a
stuff to
round.
yourself in the ball, you just can't get it outside.
No.
So.
We'd be casting stuff on you, and then we'd be inside. That's
I would
Well, if-
allow
if-
that if
yeah,
you've
if
cast
Princess
something and
rolls
maintain
it,
concentration.
you can
Yes, I
just
would
keep
allow
it.
that
Okay.
because I
In that
like
case-
this.
Unless
I can cross the distance from here to a tower, to the tower more than that.
Yes.
At my current speed in a round,
Okay.
like in 6 seconds. Like we can literally just be there.
And we're
in that case,
If I'm holding
counting
on
on
to the ball.
it taking longer for it to get there if it can't use the train. That's what we're dependent on here,
I'm
right?
casting bless.
Uh-huh.
Bless lasts a minute, so hold that thought until we're about to do it.
Yeah.
yeah, I as soon as we're ready, I'm going to cast haste on you, and then you'll both be going very, very quick.
Okay. Fine by me. So, I want to confirm exactly what you're doing. 4 of you are going to be inside a bead of force.
Yep.
Before you go into a bead of force, you're casting bless on these 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, 3. So, I'm going to cast it on myself. I'm going to cast it on you as well, because that way you get it on your saving throw to maintain the haste.
Brilliant. So you're casting it on 4 people.
No, 3. Those 3.
Those 3.
I
Lovely.
already get advantage on my saving throw.
Fine.
Flutter, how many healing potions have you
4.
got? I can take one.
I think
No.
you already have one.
You do already have one.
Oh, okay.
You bought one.
I didn't put it down, so
You already
If
have
you
one. You
want-
nicked one.
How many hit points are you currently on?
I'm down like 18.
Cure wounds, first level.
Cool.
If you want backup, you only need one person to carry a ball, don't you?
It's just going to be quite big.
It's going to be quite big for one person to carry, especially one person with strength of 7.
Can I take my
It's,
rope
it
back?
weighs 1
Yes.
pound.
Yes, but it's unwieldy, and you're going to be going super fast.
Provided
Yeah.
this works, it's going to look amazing.
Okay.
Because if my movement speed is
That's under
60,
11.
Yes.
I can do 60 as movement.
Yes.
60 as action dash.
Yes.
60 is bonus action dash.
Yes. Correct.
And then I could do feline grace and double that. Feline
Correct.
agility.
You're holding it together, so you have to
Yeah.
go at the same speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to go at the same speed, otherwise
You
you'll
sure
go...
you don't want to go inside and they'll just run?
You'd have to be
Yeah.
for one person to carry that, even though it's only £1. You'd have to be
Fine.
doing all sorts of checks to hold
Yeah.
on to the damn thing. Otherwise, you just whee, and then you just let go, and
Yeah.
momentum continues.
Judith's
reason-
speed is doubled at least.
Yeah.
The reason that I ask is that I have another sphere which is weightless, so you would just have to push it. You wouldn't have to be carrying it.
You guys would feel so
and it
sick
could
though.
be dropped, as in I could drop the sphere. So you would have one more person could be in the other sphere, and thus when you get to the other side, one person wouldn't have to wait for a
Can your sphere be pushed around by people?
yes.
Brilliant.
Well, usually it's pushed around when it's on the ground and you can roll it from
Oh,
inside.
that's fine.
but
Yeah.
It says it is weightless, which actually in this situation
It's better. I agree.
Does Perigal mention this in character?
Yeah, I was doing it out of character for
I
ease,
see.
but
Oh, wait.
yes.
Sorry, one second. So you have a sphere that we can all get in and it won't even hurt us to get in it?
No, only one creature can fit inside.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Yep.
That's not as good. So, to confirm, you're going to cast Bless on those 3. You will then place all 4 of them, because they'll all fail the saving throw, in a bead of force. They'll
I
take
will cast...
and haste on Judah, sorry. You will then place all of them in the bead of force. You will all fail the saving throw to be inside the bead of force. You will all take the damage from being inside the bead of force, because that's how that works. At which point, the 2 of you are going to use your super fast speeds to pick up the ball and ping it straight towards the tower. Yeah, I understand. Okay.
And before we do that, we're taking this
Would
chain
you like
down.
me to
Right?
do? Yes. Would you like the chain? On the off
Can
chance that the chain helps.
Can you do that disintegrate thing again?
Well, I can just, or we could just like
easier ways.
just take attack it.
Yes.
It will have hit points.
No chain can survive the wrath of Andreas' child.
I'm not sure. It's a big chain.
Hang on. So you're going to climb up to the chain first.
Can I just?
It's just gonna get us.
Can I just sacred flame the chain?
You can, but it won't do that much damage to it.
Well, it's radiant.
Can I toll the dead the chain?
I mean, that's psychic damage.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, we need to do stuff.
I will say that if you wanted to attack the chain in this way, you'd need to be, unless you're all just hurling shit at it, which would take some time. You'd have to climb up. I say, if you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Also, we're going to a separate building, not this one.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're going to be flying straight towards this fucking middle tower.
Yeah, to the other building.
I don't think getting rid of the chain makes a difference.
Yeah. Oh, let's just go. We've talked about this so
Okay.
much.
Okay, in which case, you cast haste on Judah.
Yep, I cast haste.
You cast bless on these 3. You will have a d4 you can add to saving throws, particularly.
All d20 rolls.
All d20 rolls, apologies.
Cool. Shall I roll the damage for everyone inside the...
Roll the damage for everyone inside the ball. I'm changing the music because this is mental.
Oh, sorry, that was quite good. That is 17.
All 4 of you inside the sphere take 17 points of damage.
3 of those were max damage.
Wow.
I promise I'll cure wounds on
You've
me,
only got a minute. Right.
Two con saving throws. Bless maintains.
You have to make con saving throws to maintain
Oh, yes.
past that trace, which is...
You've got bless.
19.
Yeah, you're
Bless,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for number dice.
At which point... Right, okay.
This is still boy.
You get a surprise round because it doesn't know what you're doing.
How fast are you right now?
What is your speed at the moment?
What is the most you can move in a round?
So
Unless
it would be 30, but it's 60, so I could move 180 around.
Have you action surged yet?
Not yet, no.
So you could
So I
actually
could.
go.
Yeah, but that only works if you're going faster than 180, which are you?
So you're going to go 180 feet in one round.
We can go more.
If you
have
go,
an
thing is,
action to-
feline agility means you double it, so that means
Yeah.
you're going faster, so you can't hold the ball between you.
Then
Well, it would double it potentially. You don't have to go that whole distance.
yeah,
do
it
you?
would just mean
You could-
I
It
can
would give you the
go
option of
as
going
far
that
as-
Oh, I see. In which case, you are just literally beelining,
Yeah,
shooting
we'll go as
straight
fast
across.
as fast as Judah can go.
As fast as Judah can go, heading straight towards the central tower of Khin-Oin.
Okay, so I could actually do 240.
In which point, you will literally just beeline and just
We
go
should travel like this more often.
I know. This is really dangerous.
What does this look like?
You two between you just hold either side of it and just shoot off, and suddenly this ball of force just goes shooting out of the side of this building.
Just like
Definitely
sprinting in
With
midair.
Fluster sort of air sprinting, lightning shooting out of their feet as they go flying up. Judah's wings just as she goes zooming up towards the top queuing.
Judah, it's Sonic. It's fucking Sonic and Tails.
I will, because it's a surprise and the creature doesn't know you're doing this, I will give you that from a hidden vantage point where it was watching and waiting for one to be singled out. It just watches this happen with a kind of impassive face, just zoom, just goes shooting across towards the central tower of Khin-Oin, and you just boom, go flying across. As you fly towards this tower at super high speed, as you get close, you realise The reason it's knobbly is it's made entirely of bone. And not and not smaller bones fused together, big bones, like it's a spinal column.
Oh, that's really grim.
As you fly towards it, are you looking for a way in?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. We're the same.
Oh no!
That would be my first natural one of these.
It's a perception check, we're fine.
Yeah,
You are blessed.
plus bless.
Oh yeah, true. 15.
Was that a 19 before?
No, I think it was it a 9?
I think it was a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, holy shit. It's a 22.
Cool. There are, in the sort of knobbly contusions of this spinal column, effectively, although it does seem to widen at the base, it is a proper fitted tower. You can see that there are various entrances, like windows or like landing pads almost, like there are ways in.
This is probably fine.
We're not the first people to ride my ball.
There's a very sort of faded H on one of them.
Will we be able to get the ball in to the building?
As you fly straight up to the building and land... Thanks, Em.
I'm imagining, those children's toys where there's like the round slot and the square slot, and you have to
How big is the ball?
It doesn't actually specify.
Well, it's currently holding 4 medium creatures,
the precise size of the bead of force.
And Andreas, as we have canonically known, is very large.
Each creature within a 10-foot radius can be caught in it, and a sphere of transparent force then encloses that area.
So it's 10 foot across.
I think so.
Cool. You can land on this landing pad, and you're there. The ball itself, in this shape, in this size, won't fit inside the
Can
door.
I cast shatter on the bone to try and make a bigger hole to get it through?
The delicate thin tower work.
It's destroying their home.
Yeah. Nothing says, hi, we're friendly, like shattering somebody's home as you
Sometimes you
arrive.
got that.
I need the two of you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Can I add bless to that?
Yes.
I think as whatever is about to happen is happening, like I'm going in for high fives with that.
This is madness.
Out the viewing globe. So we're in the London Eye.
If it has rolled higher initiative than me, I will backflip out of this room.
What did you roll on initiative?
Oh, it's actually not that high, but it's 25.
Cool. What did you roll on initiative?
Only 14.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Two very low rolls.
Fluster, you have arrived at the tower and the ball is too big to fit through the door. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast shatter on the hole.
Cast shatter on the door.
Try and get it in.
Okay. The building. What kind of saving throw is it?
It is a DC 17.
Yes, but
Constitution. It's a building.
it's a Constitution check though.
For a building.
For a building.
Yeah, but it's also a building made of bone, which is what people are made out of.
It's made of
Victoria's
It's made of the bones of a deity.
Well, I didn't know that.
Clearly not a very hard deity because it's dead.
It passes its saving throw.
It's like 4 things like this. It's like it's shatter. It's for.
I understand. It is not just a building.
God's spine!
I will let you do half damage to it. Because it passed the save.
Okay, so that's 4d8.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're definitely going to know that we're here.
Might have an
I mean,
inkling.
they weren't going to fucking miss us.
It's just you go off the window going,
Yeah, cool. Okay. 19. So
10.
yeah, no,
9.
9.
9 points of damage. There's some cracks falling around the doorway, but it's a 5-foot doorway. The ball is sort of pushing it madly. It's sort of like there's a slight bowing effect, but you're not actually pushing them through the door.
So how does that look? Because we arrive at such speed and then it doesn't fit through the door.
Yeah.
So do we
It's-
literally just
It's and you just sort of oh god, you're gonna hold it in. It's not elasticated, so no, it's not gonna boom, shoot you out. Right.
We're just like slightly tumbled up on the inside. Just like,
I cannot believe that worked. I cannot believe that worked.
Okay, now
We're stuck in a door.
longbows have 600 foot of range. It's a disadvantage shot. Okay.
Hide behind the sphere.
I
dis-
use my
and-
bonus action to hide behind the sphere.
Fair. Oh, mate.
Oh, come on. We know it was shooting me anyway.
Awesome, Matt!
Oh! 2 18s!
You have
That's
so
a
many more. Oh,
29 to hit.
It does. Say again?
29.
Oh, it's not, doesn't increase it that much though.
Yeah, do I not need to roll stuff?
Oh, it's a nat 20, but it's also a 16, so that's also 25. And the third hit... 19 and a 2. Only 2 arrows hit you at that
good.
range. But I guess you get
Nice.
The anti-aircraft.
10, 17, 21 plus 8, 29 points of damage, Judah, as you're flying, just... And, like, if you were watching it, the arrows are literally, like, aiming for the point you're going to impact the tower because of the speed and just hit as you go. Perfectly shot.
Oh my god, you can't take 10 rounds of that.
No,
So-
we'll be. Yeah.
So you know, Matt, you've also got advantage on deck saves
Okay.
and an additional action on your turns.
Cool.
Just watching.
Judah, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Just the one that misses, like, hit the...
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
What would you like to do?
I don't even know where that's from, do I? Did they?
No.
I'm imagining they hid on their
Of
turn.
course they did.
Judah, if we run into the
Well,
building...
this is it. I'm thinking we go
then block
around
it
the
with
ball
the
and then
ball.
block it with the ball,
Hope there's nothing inside.
and then we just have to.
Wait a minute.
Don't drop the ball.
Hope nothing pushes the incredibly lightweight ball.
Well, they can't push it out because we'll be holding
Get a
it.
rope.
We'll be holding
Okay.
it from our side. And if they put the only way they'd be able to push it is in, and it can't go in.
I was thinking more and more to the side.
Do you both duck inside the doorway
Yes,
and
I
hold on to the ball?
Yes. Yeah.
Hold on really hard though.
So
I've got claws.
Okay, you're close.
Yeah.
right,
The ball.
we know when this is going to drop, but it doesn't. But it'll be waiting for this thing to drop. So
Yep.
we need to get the people in as soon as it.
Yep.
As you sit in, you've just dashed inside.
Just like stare. It's see through.
Yeah,
right?
don't see
Yeah.
And as the effect ends, you will just like can quickly run inside.
Yeah.
Grab it.
Ah.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe that worked.
Well, that was entertaining. Carinthus, inside the tower, just sat watching all of you.
Fucking like turn around like heaven's trumpet in hand. Like
God, you enjoyed
A
it.
little bit insensitive to say because that actually was quite stressful. We nearly died.
I also found it entertaining. Actually.
I mean, yeah, entertaining on this side.
I have not moved for 6 seconds, so I get my feline agility back.
When will it drop?
It will drop in like
Oh,
if the ball's
minute.
dropped, it's dropping
Oh,
like
yeah,
6
yeah.
seconds.
You're fine.
Yeah, just
You're
6
fine.
seconds
Only
if you're
6
bad.
seconds. Well, you made it.
Are we safe now? Are there more? Is this good?
Yeah.
This is the safe place?
You're inside the central tower.
Hooray!
Sorry I couldn't stay with you. I'm not tangling with a corruptor of fate.
I've got a feeling you're not really that sorry.
What's a what now?
A corruptor of fate. They're Yugoloth assassins.
Oh,
Someone
lovely.
really wants you dead.
Do they?
I take having taken the 2 arrows out. No, I don't. No, I don't quickly take them out. I take them out so that I can reuse them again.
What's wrong with you?
Well,
How does everyone know that we're here and that we're coming here and what we're doing and whether they're on our side or not?
Because we have a friend here who is got all the nasty fingers and all the stinky pies here. Cluster is like so out of breath. And they're like,
wouldn't it be better if they explained? You now start to get a sort of sense of the inside of this tower. There's a circular room, but there's a central core of light, bluish-green light, that seems to just be in the centre. Step in.
Wait,
What is that?
Step into the blue-green light.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sort of transporting magic?
It is.
How top?
Well, it'd be a very long way to walk.
Oh, that's convenient.
Can I insight check that?
Of course.
Guidance.
Yep.
28.
That's telling truth.
Will it do any harm to us? Will we arrive paralyzed?
No.
Like it's
Seems on the level for once,
I mean,
and it would be nice to be on the correct level.
fair. I believe the saying is fiends first.
Oh, I'll get there on my own steam.
We just step into it.
Gone.
I'll give it a quick look over just to see if
Roll
it
Arcana check.
works or any of the magic or anything. 18.
18. It is a levitate spell.
Oh.
I step into it.
Yes, I'm following Andreas.
Just very slowly, just rise up, and as you're rising up, you catch glimpses of Khin-Oin just beneath you. Slowly, it's still there. You can still see it, but you are rising very, 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 very high as you rise up this central column. All 6 of you just.
Andreas, I've never had such a good view of your feet.
I think this is some sort of levitate spell.
And as you slowly rise all the way up and are making your way to the top, that's where we're going to end for today. Woo. That was mental.
believe that word.
We are very tight on time, so I'm going to have to tie things up. Thank you so much for joining us for Agents of the Nine Hells. My goodness me. If you enjoyed tonight, we'll be playing every Monday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT now, aren't we? We're on GMT now? Lovely. We also have a live D&D show on the first Tuesday of every month at the Rosemary Branch Theatre in London. That's called Undergods, which Chloe is DMing. That's very exciting. That'll be happening very soon. We also run another show called Mixtape on the last Wednesday of every month, which is streamed at twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, which have we announced what it is yet?
We haven't, but we can. Well,
I'm not sure about
yeah, I don't know
timings.
actually because of the polls.
Yeah, okay. If you want to support us and what we do in a different way, you can do so on Patreon. Our patrons today got all of the magic items that our various players in this game have, so people can see those and play with them at home if they want to.
That was
Some of
like
those at home.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
We do like fresh ones. I think it's Undergod stuff at the moment.
Oh, okay. Right, I'm losing track of time. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, we're Adventurers Wanted on Patreon. Do join us there to become part of what we do, and every little bit helps. Without our patrons, we wouldn't have these lovely cameras or the equipment that we have to make shows like this happen. So being a patron's good. We're all over social media. On Twitter, we're Adventurers250. Everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, etc., we're Adventurers Wanted. Cool, let's have a quick goodbye from everyone, and then I think we're pretty close to time. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.